Alright, so last time you guys had continued on your journey ever westwards and finally towards the south. After dealing with a very long and a very long and a very long time loop endeavor towards Fen Eld, going there with the hopes of using the TK permit from Aristad Crow to make your chocobos faster. Dealing with said issue, Zion was gifted another powerful magical item. Through that, it's also brought up the idea from Edwin, speaking under his breath, that you were gaining ever more and increasingly powerful artifacts. Pushing that aside, you continued on to engage with the competition that might grant you even stronger ones. Passing by ruins, you headed toward Esterin, the daughter tree of the Esterilia tree far towards the east and a bit north. Your first port of call, as it were, at the beginning of your journey as adventurers. Wanting to visit a kind of familiar sight, you were sadly interrupted on the road by some undead. Blood dripping from their garb, they approached you without hostile intent, and it seemed you accepted their approach. Speaking with them, they revealed themselves to be under the control, or at least the employ, of Aristad Crow, as your group has made an alliance with the Lich, and in doing so, you'd be helping each other where you could in the Dragon Segmented Trail. The undead warned you of a potential ambush on the eastern side of Esterin, and that you were to go around 20 or more miles to the south and basically circumvent the large city. Saddened by the inability to go sightseeing and going through tourist traps, you heeded the words of the undead and went through the forest. Slowed down only moderately, you made your way back to the road. Thinking on past discussions with the large city of Citren, one or two of you thinking you were going to pay a visit, but getting reminded by Drazenka, or at least her player character, that it would be best to avoid it after Drazenka has been not exactly hounded, but it's more of a idol and her fans. Many people believing her to be either a reincarnation, the champion, or herself, Shiva, as the deity. Not wanting too much more attention drawn to you, as well as the fawning possibly irritating her, or just that she doesn't want people to believe such, you also decided to stay away from Citren. With the third sighting of Shiva no longer going to there. Heading onto the road, you followed it southward, not wanting to make stops off at Sunfield or Erdwhisper. You hastened along, as you had spent quite a bit of time in your travels towards Fistrek. And whilst there isn't exactly a timer on your arrival, it has been some time, and it feels like you want to get into the competition proper. The travel did not cause too many issues along the way, or at least ones you could deal with easily enough. However, as we came to the end of the last session, going through the mountainous region, aided by the road that cuts through it, on the eastern side of the road, a few of you, and pointed out by the others, were able to spot 25 pine logs, long and freshly cut, stacked neatly. If you've ever seen them before, they're kind of in like a triangle design. Whereas the ends of the logs that face the road are marked with red paint. It was a curious sight to behold, and no outwardly dangerous markings aside from them being cut and painted. You decided to investigate further. And before we do go into investigating it further, going down the list, Drazenka, is there anything pertinent that you picked up in this level, which would most likely be your feat, as it was an odd level?
Well, for a feat, I think we all chose group limit break. And as not necessarily pertinent, but at least interesting class ability. As a collation, I got the Winter Servant, which allows me to summon an Elder Ice Elemental, which sounds interesting.
And as far as I read, that works the same as Summon Monsters. When it hits 0, it gets teleported away, as well as anything that would be affecting summons affects it, and it only lasts for 15 rounds, yeah?
Yeah, it's as per Summon Monster 8 spell, but I can basically only choose the single Ice Elemental, which is the Elder variant. And it lasts for a round of... There's the spell, or was there a thing for that? 1 round per level.
Yes, it'd be 15.
So, yeah.
Alright.
Takes a full round action.
So basically it'll be... Well, it's a full round. It'll still be 15 because it appears at the end of your turn, and then it has its turn. Edwin, any pertinent upgrades in level 15 for you?
I have the exact same upgrades as Drazenka because we have the same domain. Barring that, it is just some spells. I think probably the most pertinent would be Holy Aura, which is like this radius that they can summon to protect their allies and potentially cause harm to enemies. But yeah, that's about it. It's a very I wouldn't say uneventful level, but it's definitely one where it is that group limit break as well, where it's sort of connecting with each other a bit more. As Edwin definitely feels like we're falling apart a little bit.
What do you mean? Nobody's falling apart?
Not yet. It's early days. Yeah, just early days.
Zyron, any pertinent changes to your character with level 15?
Nope, everything from this level is not going to affect Zyron at all whatsoever. Everything that he got from this level has to do with swords and armor, which he does not use.
I take it you took a level in Temporal Knight?
Yes.
Okay. Al, any pertinent changes to your character at level 15?
Not massively. She took the group limit break feat, and the only main thing she got from her class ability is she now, as a free action, can grow a set of leathery wings, but they just stay permanently. So Owl in her normal form now has a fly speed of 40, just permanently. At a good maneuverability.
Oh, there was one thing I forgot, sorry. For the first time, I have now got triple-digit health. Wahoo!
I'm 1 away from 200.
Stop showing off.
Alright, just as a reminder for group limit break, you have to be able to see the ally within 30 feet. So if there is a wall on the way, or if you just can't see them as being blinded, you won't be able to use it.
That's probably going to have to be brought up again at some point.
Yeah. I mean, people might forget they even have it. Alrighty.
Yeah, we have buff. Never.
If you've forgotten to do so, or if you're an anti-hero and don't get them, remember to get the hero points from leveling up. Okay. Who is leading the investigation of the logs?
I believe we put Zyron, didn't we?
Wait, what? you want Zyron to investigate something?
Diplomatic one.
Talk to people. That's good.
Talk to the
Investigating.
logs.
Yeah, cast speak with dead, speak with plants, speak to the logs.
3 questions.
I
mean,
think
if there's people around, I'll for sure go try to talk to them. But
You can't see anyone just yet. You're on you're on one of the ends of the pile of logs, so you can go around one of the sides to the other end.
Edward will probably go with you. At least if there's 2 people with the cart, 2 people investigating, that's fine, unless we're all going.
I assumed everyone was going, because I'm pretty sure you put the carriage to the side of the road to do so.
I think it'd be better for everyone to go.
Cool,
Yeah.
then I guess we're all going. So, leading the investigation, all of us, I suppose.
Alrighty. Moving along the side of the stack of logs. Rather long, though they don't taste rather nice. Going to the other end, you do not see the marking of red paint, but you do indeed see that the floor has been painted red with something else in days prior, dried and almost flaking off. As hidden behind the tall stack, Al, who might flinch a bit more than the others, will immediately recognize Liam, one of the Dragoneers that Al went with to train in her draconic form and to learn its mysteries. His body is half skeletal, as if he melted away from the ribs down. His face is twisted in anguish and pain.
I will probably wince at this. Just think. This has nothing to do with the poison, does it?
I wouldn't count anything out. If this is... You say... Do you know this person?
Yes. Liam was his name. We trained together when learning about the secrets of the Dragoneer power.
This is one of the people you went off with a few months ago.
Correct.
Right. I'm sorry for your loss, in that case. I'm just having a quick look at something.
Are we allowed to roll like a survival or something? Because is this actually red paint, or is this going to be like dried blood, for example?
If you want to look across the red marking on the floor, you can either do a heal or a survival check.
Yeah, I could do heal if someone else.
You can technically do both, to be honest. They're 2 different strands of knowledge, so you could do heal and survival. One person... Okay, you got it. DC's very low to identify blood.
Yeah.
The floor, pretty much underneath where Liam is sitting, is indeed blood. It would be a good guess it was him bleeding out. If you want to find out how Liam died, however, it would be a heal check.
Okay. I'll blessing myself.
Mm-hmm.
Drazenka, do you have better heal than me these days, or is it still me?
It's about the same.
Okay.
I think I'm 2 off from you, so I can do my own heal with a blessing.
Yep. Okay. Standard.
No,
Well, I don't need to,
That's-
I guess.
Yep.
Well then. Get them out now, I suppose. Just to let you know, the DC was 15.
Fine. I mean, Edwin needs to at least keep up the pretense that he's still a healer.
You are.
Yeah, so
I mean,
just
with a heal check of plus 16, you're a better healer than most people in the world.
there's been a slight mention of competition, and you're just nope. I got this.
You can roll it. See what you get.
I have my medical license for a reason.
You have a failed license, Jester.
No. I was.
You're acting as Edwin,
Edwin.
okay. Also, yeah, I can definitely tell your internet is terrible because you keep, like, going in and out. Like, quality-wise.
I wish I could help that.
Just, close some tabs.
There are only 2 tabs open.
Ah, okay. Okay, so, Edward and Zenka both will understand. Looking over the corpse, you will find several puncture holes in his ribcage, left behind by crossbow bolts that you cannot find anywhere near the body. Whilst it is hard to tell the deterioration, as from the ribs below he has essentially melted away, the upper part of his body has definitely seen better days, and days he has been left here. It's strange that no vulture or bird wanting carcasses has come by to peck at it, though it could just be that the attack in the scene made many creatures flee. He's been dead for quite some time, and I will tell you how long it has been, but it will connect to a Knowledge Arcana check.
Drazenka, do you want to... I don't know if you have... It's been a while, sorry, I'm trying to remember. My Arcana's pretty shit these days.
I have okay Arcana.
Okay. I mean, I guess we could all roll it.
Yeah, you can all roll it. Talking about the event, it's just going to have the same kind of knowledge spread around. Zyurin, you cannot roll it. Sorry, you're
Okay, there we
untrained.
go.
Well, there's the tug of war match with Edwin.
There it is. Yep, we've switched places.
Ow, you don't have bonuses against the dragon type or anything, do you, for skills?
No.
Okay. Sadly, I'm not going to give you a Call of Cthulhu bonus die, but Drazenka will be able to inform you if she wishes. However, Drazenka and Edwin, you know that Liam had died to an amount of days that would have ended up just around the time you were leaving Glenhold Woods. And Drazenka will further know, after seeing this and putting two and two together, you'll know that when kindred dragons die, their close allies can feel the pangs of death. And you know you can link this up with what Al felt some time ago, around the time that she was healing her toxin in the Glenhold Woods. Marking up with when Liam died, you feel like that connection warned Al of her friend's death.
And do we know what kind of Dragoneer Liam was? Were they Earth?
No, Liam was water.
Okay, I just didn't know if it had passed to Al, because you know Al has explained that they can turn into a Earth Dragon, but haven't done it yet.
Where on the map is that forest? I'm not remembering exactly where it was.
It's back there, yeah.
Where we healed Al
okay.
from the poison.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And like a day before we got there, something happened. You said you knew him. Would you say you were particularly close to him? Or was he more of a friend or an ally?
More of an ally. We weren't particularly close, but we did train with one another. We all trained as part of a group, so friends, you could say.
Well, you went through quite a lot together as a group, I imagine.
Indeed, and it pains me to see that this is the way they passed. You find out the cause?
If you want to identify the cause, aside from the puncture holes into his ribcage, which would have dealt quite a bit of damage, you can roll either Knowledge Arcana, Knowledge Nature, or Survival.
But G just got nat 20, so come on. Give us the beans.
No.
Damn.
Al knows.
I tried.
Alright. At least from what Al read about in the past, as well as what you've been experiencing, Liam certainly died to Dragon's Naught Breath toxin. You feel as if this is what would have happened to Al if Kuki and the other Aegils did not arrive to aid her, as well as Zyurin, not exactly using it on purpose, but his hero point activating for the oil in his watch to essentially cure her like it did him before.
Is there any sort of puncture wounds from, say, like a crossbow to say that, just so if Al can identify if this was the same dwarf that shot her?
No, we did find crossbow like puncture wounds on him. We didn't find the bolts themselves, but
I didn't know if the puncture wounds were just from the logs, but fine.
No, it was stated that they are actually from crossbow shots, but no bolts. So I think we could probably put 2 and 2 together on this one
Yeah.
because I don't think there's many
Yeah.
people running
No
around with
definitive
Dragon's
proof,
Snort breath.
most likely.
Yeah.
Wasn't
You
his
can probably
whole...
see once Al sort of identifies, Al's able to identify the reason for the death. He's visibly getting angry.
Wasn't his whole group Dragoneers?
Yes.
Where are his
What?
friends at then?
I was about to ask the same thing.
Depends if they stay together. I obviously
Maybe.
dispersed from the group, but I'm not sure if they all remained with each other at the time.
I don't think that they would have necessarily just left him here like this. Do you think they were chased off for some reason?
I would imagine
Just-
Siren. This
split off in their own directions, just like I did.
indeed. Or if they were facing someone with Dragon's Snort breath toxin, you have to make the unfortunate choice of leaving people behind. It's only a miracle that Al is alive. If another group of Dragoneers or Dragon-aligned entities fought someone with this toxin, it's a death sentence.
And it also, you remember when we fought them, they just, after that shot, they just left immediately.
Yeah.
There was plenty of time for us to go to Ao afterwards.
Yeah.
It, to me, it seems like he was alone at the time, but
If
it's been
We'll-
a while, so it's hard to say.
if we're looking around, like, are there any prints or even just like indents of, like, we've seen Al fight before? Are there examples of, well, like, if they turn into a large dragon, they're probably going to break some shit. Is there anything around here that would indicate it is just one dragon that fought here, or were there multiple?
Roll me survival.
Pass that straight off to someone else.
If you pass, you find nothing. Okay, we'll leave. Right. If you look around the battlefield, as you're calling it, it has been quite some time, and the mountain does have harsh winds, as well as what seems to be a lumbering action going around here, though the lumbering action probably was halted at some point. So many tracks have been covered just naturally. Aside from that, you know that the dwarves have at least some minor access to teleportation or invisibility, or both. So they could be very well adept at covering their tracks. You can find a few remaining ones from at least one dragon of some sort, which would most likely be towards Lean, as well as a much harder track to hide of that of a especially big golem. Most likely the one that you had fought before, or at least one of the same type. Aside from that, the battlefield has been mostly cleared.
Okay. That sort of lines up with what we were assuming is the case. Okay. We need to... Well, I don't know if you have any particular customs, Al, for the dead of Dragoneers, but we should at least bury them.
Going off of her rips and whatnot, it does feel like the Gria do burials.
I just didn't know if that was like every Dragoneer or just the people from Shadowrock Hollow.
Ow.
Say again, sorry.
Again, sorry.
Sir
Edwin-
Comrade, how do you want us to proceed with the burial, or?
They do deserve a proper burial. I would like to out of their court, give them a proper send-off.
That we can do.
Of course.
Is Al able to just start lifting the logs, or would it be too heavy for her?
what are you planning to do with the logs?
Well,
Make a
she will
cairn.
try to, well, lift them and move them off of the corpse to begin with, because right now the corpse is pinned down.
No? The corpse is, like, leant up against it as if they were just sitting there waiting for their death, well, that's where they fell.
Oh, okay.
I think
The logs are
that's
the
an
logs
owl.
are stacked neatly as if they were put there by workmen. This just occurred either after the fact or during it.
Fine. Al will pick up the corpse of Lean then.
if that's the case, unless you feel like you need to dig this out, Edwin will offer to cast Stone Shape to just create like essentially a hole for them.
Yeah, that's fine.
They will do so.
I will place the corpse of Lean within the new hole made. I'll probably say a few words once the body is laying in the hole.
I
Well,
do have. Sorry, go on.
I'm just making a map marker for it. It's not an actual dragon there.
it was worthy having you fight alongside. You were a strong combatant, and I'm sorry that this was your untimely demise, taken far too early. But rest assured, your death will not go in vain. I will apprehend, potentially murder, the ones who did this to you.
I mean, we can probably just fill it back in once you're finished. Do you have a marker you wish to place here, or even just a stone?
Make a dragon's head, maybe?
Give me 2 seconds.
You won't be able to make a dragon's head out of
Stone shape.
stone shape
No, it's
because it can't be intricate.
Yeah, it specifically says fine detail is not possible.
Okay.
You do have.
Al is going to put down the shiny pebble that she won from the Greer children's game in Ceiling Hopper.
All right.
I can form a road if you want that. That's about it.
I don't know.
Make him a highway to heaven, yeah?
Yeah.
Just put a flat surface. Doesn't Drazenka have chisels and stuff like that she can make? That would take a long time.
Wanna sit here for her to craft, sure,
Yeah,
but
like that would take a long time.
like I can start on something like that as we go and hope we come back this way, but
We're gonna have to start pre-making grave markers at this rate. So
Turn this into Graveyard Keeper, are we?
I have profession gravedigger. I'll have you know. Okay, if I was putting that pebble down, then I think Edwin would just wait for them to have that moment before coming back. If we're going to, well, we're going to be in Fistrek pretty soon. If those dwarves are there, this is probably more a question to the GM as well. I think I can't remember. It's been that long, but I'm fairly sure that when we were back in the initial starting point, they said that you can basically challenge each other on the road. But did they say Fistrek was like a safe haven? Like you can't just challenge people there and then?
Rules. You may fight one another. You may not assassinate or poison competitors outside of combat. You may not fight anyone attached to the competitors outside of the DST. You may not mind control for retirement, and dragons and dragon lords may not enter. It doesn't say anything about not fighting anybody.
As I'm saying, I don't know if that's just like a separate thing or if I'm just assuming that.
Settlement laws will still be in place, so you can't just start a brawl in the city streets because the guards will stop you. Or
Well,
attempt to,
yeah,
at
that was
least.
my thought. Okay, fine. If we see the dwarves in Fistrek, we may need to be a bit more cautious about our approach. I realise tensions may be high here, and I can understand why. I'm just saying we can't just jump them, because if they shoot you again, Al, we can't do anything about it.
I thought
I'm
that
completely
was...
honest, Edwin. I think the best thing to do is for me to stay completely out of sight. Because for all of those dwarves know, they shot me and they expect me to be dead. Right now, me staying out of sight is the best thing. Because they'll start to question as to how I remained living.
Didn't we also determine that you became at least resistant to this?
My wisdom score quite high. Shut up.
Gotta be high if you want to be a chieftain later.
Yeah, my intelligence isn't.
Ah. You'd be terrible at the financing, but you'd be great at solving disputes.
Pretty much.
Even then, your
Except
charisma's
Charisma's
shit,
even
but
worse,
yeah.
but she wouldn't be able to talk anyone down. She'll beat him down.
As regard to her resilience, she is going to be resistant to the toxin because she's been hit by it once and now has been cured, so she has that stuff in her system. She is not immune. If she gets shot and she fails the save, she will have a very high chance of dying.
Yeah, that's why I said resistant, not immune.
I think that's a pretty good idea, Al. I'll do what I can. Yeah, if we spend our entire party's hero points on one roll, do we just automatically, like, summon God or something? What happens?
Nope.
Alright.
You'll
I'll
have to
just
ask
save
me in the
2,
moment.
So when they kill me, I just get back up again.
Yes, 2 points. 2 hero points
Yep.
cheats death.
12 hero points, you come back as a level 20 Dragoneer.
No, it's fine. I'm going to use 2 hero points to keep myself from death, and then I'm going to use my remaining hero point to just rip limbs.
And then I'll save 2 in case you die again.
The good thing Ardicus has 5.
Okay. With that, then, we've put this person in the ground. Unfortunately, I think we just need to move on. We don't really have much else we
Agreed.
can do here.
When we get to Fistrek, it would be worth just on the side asking around if there's been any Dragoneers on point, because if we do find that Donaleo or any of the other group are here, I would like to make them aware that we gave Liam a proper burial.
Agreed. Again, it's been a while, so I'm just remembering the groups. Was there a Dragoneer group in this?
No.
If
I don't
they,
think
we
there
know of.
was.
if they
No,
were
that we know of.
Dragoners,
Oh,
they
yeah,
did
not
not
that we
make
know
their
of.
powers known.
But yeah, that's fine. Because I know there were competitors on the top floor of the house we didn't go to.
There's also others on the ground floor you didn't go to. There's a lot of different dragons having a scale in this race.
Yeah.
But saying
fine.
that, if I would have seen Donaleo within that group, I probably would have said something, and I'm assuming I didn't see them within the hall.
Not to your knowledge.
Yeah. Could be under disguise or anything.
Yeah, could be. Especially if they know about the dwarf, so they could have been in disguise.
Yeah, I think in that case, then we just get going.
Before we keep going, Krasenka will kind of pause next to Al for a bit. Just kind of... This is kind of ridiculous because of the height difference, but like crouch down. Not hug her because she knows that Al doesn't like hugs, but be next to her and just quietly, like, mention that, well, you found out the reason for his death, but I also noticed that he died about a little before we got to Glenholt Woods. Do you remember that morning when your chest hurt?
I vaguely recall.
And I think it was Edwin who determined it was heartbreak. I think this is what happened.
Could be right. It would make sense. If his death was happening right around the same time. I didn't realise we were that closely linked, though.
Through quite an ordeal on your shared trek together as a group. So I am sorry for your loss. But if there's something to take away from it, hopefully it means that the rest of them are still fine. So if you haven't felt like that before or after since.
Very good point. You probably see Al gonna like just scribble something down, but she's gonna just go. I wonder if Dragoneers are potentially somehow linked on spending enough time with each other.
It's possible. We were
was
together for a long
hard.
time.
It was hard to see Liam like that, especially just being left there to just suffer on his own. I can only imagine what he must have been feeling at the time.
Well, we've done what we can. And if you felt that, I imagine the rest of your group felt it as well.
I fear for what may come over me if I see the dwarves again. I do think, like I said to Edwin, it's best that I remain completely out of sight once we find a way to Fifth Wreck, whether that's disguise or just completely out of the settlement.
I do not think leaving you out is the right choice, but
No, not at all,
probably.
but I don't know how well of a means we have of disguise right now. I have quite discerning features that prove who my identity is.
Would you like to swap with either myself or Edwin for the front seat?
Perhaps when we get closer to Fifth Wreck. Maybe when we're on its borders, it would be ideal to swap. I can at least pull the curtains too then.
Alright, just let us know.
Thank you for checking in, Drazenka. It's appreciated.
Always.
As we're leaving, Al will probably take one more glance back at Liam's now grave.
Is the party leaving the scene and continuing on to Fistrek?
I believe so.
Did you want to do that swap in the end, or are we sticking where we are?
Staying as we are until we get closer to Fifth Wreck, then we'll swap before we get maybe like
All
a
right.
hex away.
Alrighty. Moving away from the scene, another day will pass through camp without issue. Ow, roll me D100, please.
Ooh.
I was excited.
Moving through the mountainous region, the roads well maintained, and even more as you get closer to the capital city. However, one thing you can always find difficulty in maintaining is the local wildlife, as what you would have assumed to have been birds amongst the cliffs to be vultures or just ones migrating either due to draconic influence or the weather, you instead find that they are a murder of dragons, if there is not a better term for it than what you would call a bunch of crows. Flying around in circles and somewhat batting against one another, they seemingly moving towards the east. Flecks of blood dance to the floor. Thankfully, you do not dirty your carriage, as it seems they are fighting for sport. More intelligent than other creatures, they stop when it gets too harsh before going back to a normal stance in their flight pattern. For some reason my macro wasn't working. And I'm going to need Zairin to give me a handle animal check, please. Thankfully, due to your longer time spent with these chocobos, their own intelligence pushing them above normal ones, and your diligent driving efforts, you make your way through a almost half day worth of fog without too much issue.
We said once we get near Fitzrick, Owls swap seats with one of the two in the back.
Yep.
Does I want the front, or Josenka's happy to take it?
I think Drazenka's got better eyes, so I would prefer her to be up front.
Sure. She can go back to the front.
If you'd prefer, Edwin could go, because he's still aware that both of you have got your own reasons for not really wanting to be in view.
Oh yeah, that's true as well.
Well, Josenka's are more personal, so she's fine to go front.
Rude. Greatly personal.
Wasn't
What are you on
meant to.
about?
The road to Fistrek curls like a serpent through the Bowtrack Mountains, each turn revealing sharper cliffs and higher walls. At last, the party crests a final ridge, and there before them rises the capital of Seteni, a fortress metropolis of fire and stone. Its colossal walls, built from black basalt, veined with glowing red seams of magma. The gates were towers unto themselves, brass-plated and studded with runes that pulse faintly like coals. The city is alive with heat, steam, smoke rise in the distance from many different establishments, and even closer still, from two large fire gigi who flank the opening gate. They crouch down every so often to the approaching visitors, speaking with them calmly and exchanging bags, letters, and seals. Everyone going in is stopped by them. Between the two fire gigas are the large gates, with red banners embroidered with burning suns and flaming fists snapping in the alpine gusts. The gates, if they were to have been closed, have emblazoned on them the burning, bleeding fist of Setemi, atop which sits a golden crown that is almost alight, shifting with the wind and the heat. Does the party await their turn to be met by one of the fire giggers?
Probably just wait in line until it's our turn, but we'll stay on high alert, because this would be a great time for an ambush.
Awaiting your turn, you eventually go on the right side. The fire giggers takes a kneel. As you can see, their leg is well padded, probably because they have to do this several times in the day. They look over your carriage as they pull out a large burnt notepad, sketching into it. Reason for visit.
One second. Oh, I don't actually have. Oh no, Ignin is fire language, right?
Yes.
I'm going to assume that he probably speaks Ignin, and I will speak to him in his own language. And I will let him know we are part of the Dragon Segmented Trail, and we are here to complete the first leg of the journey.
As you say that, you and I'm pretty sure you decided on Drazenka, who were in the front seats, can roll sense motive.
Oh boy. Bam. Yeah.
Just a casual 37.
Alright, Zyron, even if he may be the face of the party, is not too well at gauging others' interests, whereas Drazenka has been very well hardened against that with all the people trying to worship her. Dotaro's ears burning in the back. You'll notice that when you mention Makaru Toka's name, the Firegigus kind of jumps as he has a sense of duty and, could say, admiration for the person you invoked the name of. Mr. Toka shall be expecting you. His estate shall be open to the competitors tomorrow. You are to go to Firebrand's own hold inn, and you'll be picked up tomorrow.
Wonderful, thank you. Best directions to get there?
The Firegears will point past the gates and give you very concise directions to take.
Alright, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
And to you, sir. Do you head straight to the inn, or do you have business beforehand?
Figure we would just go straight to the end. Does anybody have anything else that they want to do?
I would say maybe straight there, and if we have other stuff, we can do it after we're got settled.
Yeah, the only thing I was going to ask is if I could use some of the group loot to buy some scrolls for specifically some stuff against poison.
Go for it.
Yeah.
But we can do that once we've basically put the bags down.
As you make your way towards the inn to set yourself up and prepare for a evening of purchasing, you will notice that, similar to other settlements and rather crowded streets before, people do look at your group with awe and curiosity. If it wasn't just for the adamantine gear, you also have expensive chocobos, a well-guarded carriage, and almost just an aura of power from the magical trinkets that you wear. As well as that, there is mixed within it those that would follow Shiva, having glistening eyes towards Drazenka in the front seat, though it is much more muted here, possibly due to this place's connection to Ifrit and other deities to do with rock, mineral, metal, and fire. Eventually getting to the Firebrand's own hold inn, the stable master will walk out and look upon your party, almost just recognizing you by description, as they say that the stable use is free, and you will be given the best security whilst you are there. Setting up your chocobos and carriage, entering into Firebrand's own hold inn, you'll see a few of the other competitors here. Though clearly stated on the outside and the inside are the rules of the inn. It is owned by Makaru Toka, and violence inside is not permitted to the highest extent. Even insults are not treated well, and those with a vulgar attitude are kicked out. You see many Black Mage dolls that are a recurring theme within Moonman's own colourful bards establishments, though these seem of a higher grade than before, as well as other golems that are keeping the place safe, and from your best estimates, some from Shiva's Icicles Adventuring Band here set up as protection. If there were to be any sort of fight here, if you were to be the victim, you're pretty sure you'd be on the better side. Though, sadly, or possibly not, you don't see any of the competitors that you have interacted with to this point. So you do not see Arstat, you do not see the dwarves. Though you do notice passing faces of others who were on the ground floor, and possibly, to your best recollection, those that would have been on the higher floors. You are given a communal room, though the innkeeper will let you know that it's more of an apartment building than just a separate room, with 4 separate bedrooms and a shared living space and bathroom. You'll still have your privacy, but you will be connected together in your own larger part of the inn. He'll also reiterate that violence is not to be accepted within the inn, and if you do have annoyances with the other party, that you should take it outside of the capital. They will let you know that you are one of the last remaining groups that the DST was waiting for, and that is a good guess most others are going to arrive tomorrow, if not in the next few passing days. Though they can never know the exact location, or at least the innkeeper won't, as he isn't that invested or integrated into the DST. They will be having a short debrief tomorrow, just to make sure you are all in the DST and not just becoming onlookers. As for Edwin's request for scrolls, I'm pretty sure you can get all of those. I'll double check Breath of Life, but I'm pretty sure that's low enough that should be fine.
It's 5th, so
Then, yeah,
I would
that'll be
imagine
fine.
we'd be okay.
I was thinking it was like 4th or 5th, so...
Yeah. Is there a cap on, obviously this is a metropolis, but if we were going to buy anything here, what is sort of the upper limit?
Just due to most areas in Zatreni, they have a focus on fire magic, so anything relating to elemental fire or has fire attributed to it will be higher. But at least for the metropolis, you can easily obtain most things up to 7th, a few of 8th, and then pretty much no limit for anything fire attributed.
Okay.
At one point, it's just going to come to a count of how much gil you have in store.
Group loot currently contains basically 38,000. I don't know if anyone has any particular plans for that.
Not at this time.
It would be worth, we don't have to do it right this second, but it's probably worth having a think and getting stuff while we can, because we don't know where we're going to be going after this or what kind of time frame we'll be on.
I will remind you, if that headband of that intelligence is still in the party loot, You will not gain access to the skill ranks until you've worn it for a whole day. Same for the languages. So you can't just swap it on for those benefits if you are just going to be keeping it for that case.
No, we'd probably end up selling it if no one else particularly wants it. So that will be a cop out. That'll be certainly something.
Yeah, I think we were holding on to selling those because those are pretty high value items.
Yeah, they're quite chunky.
And we wanted to hold off till we get to Fish Wreck because it's a bigger place to sell them off in here, I think.
Yeah.
Alright, if you do plan on selling anything, put it in the chat and I'll tell you what you can get for it.
From recollection, it's gloves of dueling, headband of vast intelligence, and we have a cloak of resistance +5. We get rid of that as well.
Well, how's everyone on cloaks? Or resistance bonuses?
I have a +1 with mulebacks. The problem is, if I take the mulebacks off, I suddenly become crippled. If I just put this down to 1.
Mine's already at 5, so I don't need it.
Yeah, I guess we've got quite a few of the +5 ones, I think. But I don't really... I also have just muleback cords, but I have a resistance bonus from a domain.
Yeah, I've got the +5.
I know at least 2 people have got +5s. I'm just going through to see if there's anything that I've actually... Like, I'm putting some stuff in not carried. Just because, like, I'm not carrying the shovel, for example, which is probably where a lot of this is coming from. Okay, yeah, so I could... Yeah, if that's fine, I will swap the muleback cords for the +5 cloak resistance. If that's all the same to everyone, just to make sure that, like, it would be good to have.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll take that out of the group loot and put the muleback cords in.
Yeah, so that's what it is. It's a combined item.
Do we want to sell any of the stuff we've got in here in this town while
That's
we're
what
here?
we're just sorting out now.
To say the group loot should be up to date with everything that's in it.
Yeah, so if we're getting rid of the cloak, that one, and we're getting rid of the we'll just copy it out. I think we'll be quick as we can. At the moment, I think wondrous items wise, we just put a little dash in.
Was anyone holding off on that Ring of Sea Strider?
Yeah, I was going to ask. I thought that was someone was thinking about using that, but I can't remember who.
No,
Or did
I
we
like it
sell it
later.
for something else?
I used to have it, but then I
think
got
you
the
used
ring
to have
that
it,
has
yeah.
Right. Okay. So
everything
Okay.
else on it, so.
So does anyone want that, or are we good to just send it off?
No, we're good for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
Right, we will look to sell those bits then, please.
So it is gloves dueling, fast tangents +6, ring of sea strider, muleback cords combined with a cloak resistance, and the headband of charisma +4.
Yes, please.
You get
we
41k
will-
and 750 gil.
Okay, cool. So with that,
Oh.
So
I got
that'll-
something else that we can sell too. I have 2 rings of sustenance on essentially because one of them wasn't yet attuned. The ring of sustained feather falling through, swimming, climbing, and jumping is the new one. I should be attuned to that now. So just the plain old ring of sustenance could be sold. Getting to finding something to replace replace that if we've got enough money.
Yeah, I would think we've got a lot of money, so it's worth picking up something here or there.
So you selling your old ring of sustenance, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, that'll just go into party loot.
Just at the
Just under 80,000 gil.
just at the 19875, I've already taken it out and updated it in the group loot, so you wouldn't need to take that out twice. I went in.
Oh, much the document. All right, hang on.
I did say I'd go in and change it. So yeah, it would be. You wouldn't have to take that out. It would just be the 38, 432 plus the new stuff, and then plus the ring of sustenance now. Awesome.
So we have 81,000 then.
You doing anything with that light pick and crossbow?
Did we? Oh no, we didn't sell the light pick, did we?
I don't think we did.
Anyone?
No, we did
Anyone
not.
going to use them? No.
I
Might as well
I
sell
think
them.
I was gonna say we may as well get rid of them now.
Might as well sell the bolts with it as well.
Yeah, I mean they're not going to be worth a lot, but
The funny thing is, I think I could actually use that pick with my class abilities because it's a one.
yeah, we fought the guy who we fought offensive with that weapon.
That's funny though.
It's a one-handed piercing weapon, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it ticks all the boxes.
Yes, with a pick. Make it make sense.
Fencing with a pick.
Yeah.
Hey, anything's a one-handed piercing weapon if you're brave enough. Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, Salt just came in and meowed. I don't know if you could hear that or not.
Nope. It didn't hear me. I just heard you.
That's fine. I'm just talking to the voices then.
As per normal.
That's
They comfort you, they understand.
Come on, so close to 100k.
I'm just going to put something in here.
$285 gross.
Cool. I think, again, has anyone got anything on their wish list they are adamant they want to get, because that's a lot of money.
Let me check it. No, I haven't got a look at my
mean,
wish list.
I can always add a ring to my. But I'm not really too worried about it right now.
Add a ring to your what?
Oh, I don't. I only have one ring right now, so.
Okay. Add a ring to your finger.
Yeah.
I've got something in mind, but it's not. It is fairly expensive, and also it's not essential.
Yeah, I mean, the only things really on my list would be, yeah, just increasing things. So like my amulet of my fist, just increasing that up. And I can't remember what mine is at the moment. Is it +2 or +1? Yeah, I've got a +2 at the moment.
And Trazenko, have you got anything you want to get, like more powerful armor or shield, for example?
Well, I was thinking of upgrading my current shield, but I haven't actually put in any prices for just buying completely new shield. It would have to be like a +3 shield. In worth.
I mean, I can cast magic vestments on it to increase its level.
No, it's on my wish list. I have Worm's Breath.
Oh, I see.
I currently have a +1 shield, so that would be a +2 enhancement on top of that. But I don't think we have quite that much.
For a shield,
91k, yeah, it's very cheap.
Yeah, we have a lot. I mean, if we keep like a little bit back, should we just say we've got like, yeah. I mean, as I say, I've got a fair bit of stuff. I might ask for a scroll. That's about it.
If we just buy a new shield, I can sell the current one.
If we kept 11k in the group coup,
That's 9k, damn.
and divided it between 4, then everyone at least has 20k.
Yeah. Yeah, armor and shields are a lot cheaper than you think they
Yeah,
are.
I keep forgetting that. If I keep the same shield type, it would be a light wooden quick draw shield. So that comes down to something.
If you can figure out the maths, you can sell your current one for half its value, and then you can just buy a new one.
My current one.
I can't remember if you were to say you were to upgrade my amulet mighty fist. Is it you sell your current one and then?
You're not gonna have enough time for upgrades, to be honest, because it's like 1 day for every 1k. You'll just sell your current one for half of its worth, and then buy the new one.
I have got a question, and this is a bit sideways, but I take it this place wouldn't sell tier 5 alchemical items. That's just beyond what would be available.
That is above what they have, yeah.
Fine.
Which nobody's gonna really sell that unless they focus into that. It goes above the base limit.
That's a very fair point.
So yours is just a +1 quick draw shield.
Yeah, it's adamantine though.
Well then it's not that, is it? Ugh.
Yeah. It is, it's just more.
Here comes the exciting shopping episode.
Wait, is that not a gift from your Lord and Savior Karthurra? You're selling it?
Well, the shield... No, we found the shield from somewhere else, and I made it adamantine later, because we were allowed to, like, shift the adamantine stuff. Because I was stupid at the time. So I probably should have kept it on the longsword, but I didn't know how shields work with different materials, so... I just went with it.
Just did what you could.
Yeah.
I think I know what I'm gonna get if we do have. It might be a little bit extra, but we'll see.
Man, rings are always expensive.
They are.
Yeah.
I think if it's possible, just to try and shore up some of our knowledges, if I could get one of these in the +4 variant, that'd be cool. But I understand that may not be possible.
That should be with the adamantine included to sell that +1 shield.
Okay.
Because it's technically not an option for shields, so it just counts as a weapon because you can bash with shields. I think that'd be the intent.
Yeah, that was my mistake. Like, I thought it would act as an armor, but it doesn't because the shields are special, so... But when I realized it was already too late and I didn't want to change up too much, so it's what it is. No, it's just fancy as shield. For no reason.
It's just cool as shit. That's what it is.
Overpriced for what it does, but hey, someone might want it.
Are you asking for a Ring of the Attuned, Jack B?
I'm asking if it's available. Also, I'm asking the party, do you mind if I buy that? Because it is expensive.
How much is it?
The +4 variant is 28,000. That's what I'm saying. It's quite expensive.
Oh, I didn't realize that it was different levels. Okay.
It's essentially just a headband or a belt that has a ring, and you can change what it gives you bonus to every day.
What I wanted to do was just get some of the intelligence back for skill checks and whatnot.
Yeah. And you'd get languages and stuff too.
Yeah, which is nice. As I say, it can be a no. Just put it out there.
As Justice says, if you just want to keep some money in the group loot, you can split up it to be 20k each, so if you got 8k on you, you can get it.
Most
people want to pool funds.
I'll have a look and see if there's anything that I can sell.
The shield should be like... Because it's 53 base, plus 150 for the masterwork, and then 9k for the enchantments.
It's going to be +1 Worm's Breath, you say?
Yes.
I don't even see Worm's Breath on the list. I guess it's one of the weird ones.
I found it from somewhere.
It's somewhere.
Oh, is it legal?
Does go when you... It's on the list of +2 shield special abilities. Pathfinder role-playing game ultimate equipment OGL.
Ah,
As
sort
a
of
source.
equipment, that's fine.
I can, actually.
No, that's not a plus. That's Sorry, I need to redo the math. Because that's not a technically +2, that's a +5,000.
Hmm.
So that's a little different. It just counts as a +2, so... It's... less? So it's 6k.
So
it's 6,000.
Add +1, and then you just add 5k to its value.
Yeah.
It'll just be in either the +2 or the +3 table for random distribution for rolling on the dice.
Then I think it takes like the +2 enhancement slots.
Nope.
For the limit, doesn't it?
Nope. You can have any amount of gil or gold enhancements. They don't go to a limit.
Oh damn. Okay.
They're just in the +2 and +3 for random distribution because they are more powerful or more expensive, but they don't take those slots.
Oh boy, that's interesting. Okay.
What element are you keying it to? It can be any
Fire.
that isn't Shadow or Holy because it is only noting the normal elements there.
Fire or Earth would be pretty cool. I know Ice fits the theme, but like... I mean, it's totally up to you, but...
Yeah. I thought I had a plan for this, but it's been a while.
It just looked cool. It's like, oh, it's a dragon game. Let's put in some worm stuff.
It was like, I want to do something with my shield. This sounds interesting. Let's put that on the wish list.
What does it do? I wasn't
For every 5 points of element damage that she chooses, it gains a charge up to 5 charges, so 25 damage. Then she uses a charge to make a breath attack. Yeah.
I would maybe then say fire. Because I don't think I have any protection against that, so... I don't know. Also, it seems like typical. I was thinking of going, like, lightning, and then just have Hao shoot me at the start of every day. But that seems
Just
a bit
stand
rough,
in the
because
line of fire.
I need to actually take damage for this to work, so...
So how much is Drazenka spending overall?
Currently... very little, apparently.
Not a lot.
Less than I thought it would be, because... Values, that much.
Oh wow.
If I sell my old shield and get this one in its place.
So, Edwin spent 4k so far, yeah?
No, that's all he has left.
Yeah, so of the 20,000 we're allocating to ourselves, I've sold some of my personal shit. That's the amount I've got left. So I'm just going to buy a belt of +2 con now. And that's it. I'm completely out. So if you just take 20k out, that'll be me completely done.
I think if I've got anything in here that's not in group loot that I can just sell.
Also, I can tell that Jack B hasn't changed his one in a while because he still has healer's kit in his wish list.
No, I always like healers kits.
Haven't I given you an infinite one?
I have. Where the fuck is it? It was a while ago. I think it's when I was still a surgeon. I don't have that now. There's like there's a chest piece that you can use for that. I did update all of it. It's just the last ones that I don't really have like anything incredibly useful in there.
Go lightning with the shield just to be on theme with Ao.
Alright. Just remember your buffs. When I hit you with 25 lightning, make me know that you've taken 5 charges.
Yeah.
Cool. Wait, where the fuck am I getting that enhancement to con from?
Spell?
Yeah, we just put it in there. That's headband. Oh, the rune amulet. I guess I don't want the fucking belt, do I? Melon. Ignore that. I'm not going to sell the belt. I'll just keep the belt. Fuck it. So we've got 4k left.
Is Al getting anything?
A headache from updating group loot.
It's good practice for her bookkeeping when she's a village chief.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, these idiots.
Remember, she has a
taxes are
low
wrong.
intelligence score, guys. If money just goes missing,
Then we know who to blame because you're the only person who's looking at the finances.
What do you mean we need marble countertops for the freaking village cookhouse?
absolutely not. Go get some slate.
Go straight to hell if that happens.
I mean, that's what my Sunday campaign did. They came to Fistrek and they got a portal into a plane of fire.
Fair.
Yeah, Al's not particularly looking at anything immediately because they're out of the price bracket. If she
Yeah.
were to sell her amulet and then upgrade it, that's still like 24k,
If I'm
26k.
allowed to go around a K over my budget, I get a +3 ring of protection.
I've got 4k left, so you may as well. That's just for
Because if
you.
I sell my...
The 4k I've got left, people can just dip into that. So if people want to take some of that, go for it.
Because it's 18k, and if I sell my current, which is a +1, that's 17k.
Yeah.
And I have
Go
about
for it.
16 left from the after the shield.
Yeah, if it's gonna help. I don't know.
Or
How much you need?
that one's iron, agreed.
Yes, fine.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
G, how much you actually need? Sorry, to make the difference.
I'll put the calculation in a sec.
Because as I say, I'm not using that 4k. So if people want to get something that's slightly
Yeah,
higher, go
like I
nuts.
said, it's around like 1k and 10 some over the 20k.
All right.
Is that how much you've got left after you bought your shield?
15, yeah, that goes a little... That's like 1.5... Look, I'll do it in a sec, hang on. I'm doing my maths.
Napaz, just while G's doing that, what skills and languages would the ring have?
I thought you weren't getting the ring.
I am.
You can choose.
No, he reversed the belt, not the ring.
Okay.
You can choose and then stuck with it.
That's fine. Thank you. Okay. What we shit at? It's intelligence based.
Not getting sidetracked.
That's just
I have a
unfair.
question relating to class abilities.
Oh yeah.
Anything related to shield stuff work with a ring of force shield?
I'm pretty sure no.
Physical shield. Okay.
I think it has to be an actual shield, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, that would have made that option better, but I mean, it's only normally +2 AC anyways, so it's not crazy.
It depends on what you are asking for shields, because you need a hand free for your abilities, don't you?
Yeah. So, but a ring of force shield, it's not. Your hand is still free.
It's wielded as if you're using a heavy shield, so you still use the hand.
Is it?
Yeah, it says it stays in the ring and can be wielded by the wearer as if it were a heavy shield, so you still hold it.
Okay, never mind then.
It's weightless
Well,
and encumbrance free, so there's no weight, but you still have to hold it like a shield.
Gotcha. Okay, that's worse than I thought it was, but
Yep.
still.
I mean, it's going to have to be because the animated shield property is a relatively high bonus, and it only works for like 4 rounds.
Unfortunately, the only thing that I really would like to get other than that is way more expensive than I really feel comfortable trying to get.
Get some Mega Phoenixes or Mega Chocolates.
I was thinking Ring of Blinking is the only other thing that I would like. 27,000.
Yeah, that's how much I'm in the red.
Yeah.
If I get the ring.
Yeah, you can just take from the 4k then. Go nuts.
Command activation, is that still a standard action?
Yes, unless it says otherwise.
It just says on command.
Yeah, on command
so
would be
it'll
standard.
Yep. So unless we've got enough left over for that, I'm not gonna get anything right now.
Why would you want a Ring of Blink when it would give you a mischance?
Does it give me a mischance?
Yeah, it's in the third paragraph. It's also separated out so you can read it. Your own attack, except for 20% mischance, since you sometimes go ethereal.
Oh.
Yeah, because you don't control it, right?
Yeah.
It just happens.
There is I think a greater blink, because I used this on somebody before.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. That's done.
What is...
Shopping episode.
Yeah, it's all good. Let's see.
That's alright, I raised it. I'm just saying, we got a lot of fucking money, we may as well use it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
No, I'm talking to myself.
Oh no, I'm just agreeing with you.
My weapon
agree
is
with random
just
things.
+1. I could do something with that.
Now, are you buying anything, or are you just waiting for now?
I'm just waiting for now.
Isn't your weapon
No.
+1, but it has like 3 different special abilities, Siren?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Hold on.
Yes, it's still like value-wise probably a +5.
Where?
Ah, have you got a ring slot free?
Let me have a look. I don't think so. No, I've got a ring of sustenance and a ring of protection +1.
Never mind.
Is
I was
anyone
about to-
currently editing the wish list?
I'm not.
I am. No,
Okay,
not wish
I-
list, sorry. Just for vote.
Okay, I'll make a quick edit.
And I take it out you have like an amulet of something at the moment.
Amulet of Mighty Fists.
Okay.
My weapon has
Plus
only
plus
actually
one.
got one
Let's do.
special ability. The Edge of the Moment. 1 a day rewind, undo a turn, and do it again differently.
It also
That's a
has the
hell of an
abilities
ability.
of your previous weapon that had special abilities.
I don't think.
So
I
if it's
had
the one I'm
any
thinking of,
special
the other one had like keen and stuff on it.
No, that was a different weapon. I sold that weapon.
Wow,
'Cause,
selling the stuff I give you.
No,
Yeah, that
I
was
think I got the keen for my longsword.
No,
Which Edwin currently
you
has.
found in the volcano there was a keen weapon that was
Yeah.
for Siren.
Yeah, there was a +1 keen S-stock, but
Yeah.
I don't need keen because I get that from my fencer abilities anyways.
So your weapon was just a +1?
Yeah, it's just a +1 with the Edge of the Moment, which
No.
I think. Yeah, the enchant is 2,000, so that sounds like it's a extra +1, I think. So +3 overall. Does that sound right?
I don't know what you mean by an extra 2,000.
Okay, so the weapon is 50 adamantine is. Oh, so wait. How is the Edge of the Moment adding into the price there? Because it's not on. Is that count as an extra +1, or does that count as something else?
The Edge of the Moment counts as a +4 weapon. It's +1 enhancement, and then the ability is +3.
Okay, so then I cannot do anything with that, that's for sure. Okay, so make that into the notes. There we go. So yeah, I don't really have
Alright.
anything else that I can.
I've updated the group book.
Thank you, Jester.
I guess I could go look at
I gave two different values of gil in the group loot.
Yeah, I didn't know if it would be easier just so people could see.
It looks like a very confusing way to note it.
I can take it out if it's confusing.
No, you stick to your path.
If
don't
you
take
As long as
will
the-
remember what it all means.
Yeah, as long as the person handling it knows what it means.
Exactly. You keep your chicken scratches.
I
Don't
put
let
it
them
in
tell you.
brackets.
Oh yeah, that's way too expensive.
Right, I'm gonna get a bev.
I
very
mean, to
quickly
be
before
honest,
we
it
do
doesn't
this.
matter. It doesn't have to be split because really, you just go off of what everyone's total character wealth is. Like, if you find out like Bayron's like 30k above Edwin, you'll be like, well, hang on, Edwin needs some stuff then.
I have a button for that, but not everyone updates every single item they have with the value.
Yeah, I
Mine's
didn't
updated.
realize that that
Hmm.
edge of the moment was worth that much either. So I need to add that in there at some point.
I mean, if I'm pretty sure mine's correct, but Al's worth is 175k, but that does include things like, or it's like the bag of holding.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I've got about mine's sitting about 130, but that's got like mega phoenixes and potions and stuff that are
I was
more
gonna say, yeah,
everyone.
mine includes alchemical items as well.
So that's where Maka returns.
I mean, to be fair, like both Drazenka and
Man,
Zyra
Drazinka's
have.
dripping.
Well, she does have a divine artifact, so
Which doesn't have a price.
Zyra has it.
Yeah, that doesn't have
Yeah.
a value.
Oh, really? So you just got shitloads of stuff.
You kept giving Drazenka
tried-
items I intended for her characters. Like, oh, Drazenka could use this. Oh, let's roll the dice. Oh, Drazenka, roll the dice roll.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
The
I
value
tried to
of,
keep
also
the
the way the
values
dice
correct,
rolls.
but
the value of stuff
Yeah,
is
I'm pretty sure
half
ours
of
is
the cost, right?
For selling,
But
in your
Well,
inventory, you put it at the
I
full
put the
price.
value as what the item is.
At the full price.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the item is the full price in your inventory.
just to like, yeah. To see.
That's not right.
Also, I don't know
Fuck.
if Edwin had. I didn't want my characters. I can't remember. You have a item input for all of the scrolls you've bought to learn spells from.
I do. Well, I did. I can't remember if I put that on this character or I kept. If it's, I know I definitely put it on thingy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, here we go. It's here. I need to add some more in now because I've just done some.
Because that
So we'll
still
update
counts
that and
against your
that'll change.
wealth, because you know
Yeah,
many
yeah.
more spells than you would normally.
No, let me do that and that'll probably change things. Because I've got
Yeah,
the list in there, but I need to update it.
I just updated my wealth with that weapon, and it's I think I'm number 1, so I don't need anything right now. 223,362.
See, that's one like, in a way, good thing about Al is like he doesn't have to spend money on a weapon really.
You just sit on
Yeah.
your gold like a dragon. Oh wait,
Or
Pretty much,
armor,
yeah.
really. You don't do armor either, really.
No, I don't do armor either. I mean, I have like, no, I don't even have amulets and actual armor. I'm just still packing damage.
just absolutely
Basically
fucking
just
raw
dex.
dogging it out of here.
Yeah,
Dex and Constitution. Take it.
Yeah, let me do this, and then I think we're good. The extra stuff, either I can buy a scroll or something now, to just make our lives a bit
Braces
easier
alarm.
and keep the change, and then we get to move on from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's.
Edwin
move
needs some
on.
more shit, man. He's the least
No.
amount of stuff.
Bear with me, because I'm doing the
Al's
scrolls.
just gonna tuck away the wallet and put it back in the backpack.
Do you know what's funny? Wind Wall is one of the scrolls that I bought. So if I hadn't done that, we would not have been able to do that thing with the walls.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic.
Most of this shit is to stop Zyron dying, I'm not gonna lie to you, but there we are.
Do your job properly then.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh god.
This also doesn't reflect all of the alchemicals that you've used, and I'm pretty sure Edwin would have been the one to hold most of those.
Especially during the Surgeon days, 100%. I would agree with that. 0 plus 1650 plus 1. 125.
Maths.
5 plus 700. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just putting the last ones in here now. And I'm already at, there we go. Yeah, I have like 17,000 gills worth of scrolls, so that will change things. Cool. Yeah, that has changed things significantly, so don't worry, I have a lot. Cool, but we're good to go if you guys are.
Oh wow. You are now the top dog for wealth, Edwin.
Yep. Yeah, the scrolls. The scrolls.
Yeah.
Come on, post it again. Let's see what it is now.
I pushed it, it's just it's a GM roll.
Yeah.
Alright. Buying up and shifting around your funds. You're all done for now?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that, just to be clear, I'll just buy another scroll, so don't bother putting that 2-9 back into the wealth unless you've already done it.
It's already in there.
Okay, I'll leave it then. We don't want to overcomplicate things. Keep it as it is.
Are you doing anything else in Fistrek for the remainder of this evening?
Mostly just kicking punters away who keep trying to come and look at our cool party members.
Dodro can be the bouncer.
Yeah. I'll slip him a 20.
And though she's not really a main deity here, would there be a temple
Or
for
didn't even
Shiva?
pick up anything himself.
There will be, but it'd be a relatively small one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Doing like, apart from like basic observances and stuff, I think it's just nice to be off the road.
What do you say you were doing, Jester?
I think he was saying
No, I
that
just said we
Dotoro
just
didn't get
did a
anything.
whole shopping spree and Dotoro didn't get anything for himself.
He's got his own money. He's a big boy. He'll be fine.
He has, like, normal money. He doesn't have adventurer money.
He'll be fine. He doesn't like you anyway. Why are you concerned?
He likes the party.
I don't like him either.
Oh, my couch actually looks very different now.
Why is it?
Macro not working again.
Yeah. Al, next day. No. Al 1. Al next. I don't know if it's just because I'm in 2 instances or like it progressed the day last time.
There you go.
No, that's just today. Because it's the same fog thing. Because we
Isn't
were...
it 29th? It was 28th.
It was 28th 2 days before we moved it into the 29th.
Okay.
I just did check.
Ah, right.
I think it's because I'm using 2 different instances. It doesn't like it. Either way, whilst I figure that out, on the next morning, as I close the Feneld thing, because I don't need that open anymore, you'll be visited in the morning by a Moogle with fire orange fur. They introduce themselves as Mogmire and show you the sigil of the Toku estate.
Good morning, Cooper. Hope you all rested well and are bushy-tailed for the DST. I'm just here to get a recollection of your journey, and if you've noticed anything going awry with your fog cuffs, or anything in the rules that haven't exactly been maintained with the magic. It is strong, but everything has its weaknesses, Cooper.
Are we all here, or are they approaching us individually?
They would go to your apartment room. There we go. It didn't like that I was in 2 separate things.
Does anyone else want to go first? I've got some things, but I'm happy to hand over. Because I do waffle.
I missed something. My brain. What is he asking for?
The Moogle is essentially asking for a debrief, and if you've noticed anything wrong with your fog cuffs, they're essentially magical enchantments around your wrists that note where you are, your status, as well as keeping the rules of the DST in check, as well as if you've noticed anything with the rules that haven't been followed and have not been properly punished.
Zyron will give a description of everything that's been going on till now and state that he doesn't think that any of the rules have been completely broken or anything like that. Oh, 1 second. I need to look up this.
Okay then, Cooper. By all accounts, we still got a few more stragglers to make their way to Fistrek, Cooper. By our estimations and their locations, you probably got just under a week until the first task is delivered to everybody. You feel free to use this in whilst you wait, Cooper. Though I shall reiterate, the laws of the city are still in play, so if you are looking to do a bit of a sneaky business, whilst you might have thought you might have gotten away with it if you're especially sneaky, Cooper, those cuffs will still track you. So, if you think the law might not see it, we will, Cooper. Assassinations in the bedroom are still gonna have you go kaboom, Cooper.
Thank you for the reminder, but we should be fine. I'm sorry, I don't think I caught your name.
It's Mark Meyer, Cooper. I'm Toka's messenger Moogle, Cooper.
Mogmire. Does this person, and I'm only doing this because the amount of shit that's been going on, I will ask them, do you mind if I just check you're not under an illusion? We've had some strange occurrences in our journey here.
Feel free to do so, Cooper. Though I'll let you know I do have trackers on me myself, so there'll be that thing to pop up in your fancy eyes, Cooper.
Yeah, I think Edwin would just do a detect magic just to see, like, essentially if they're going to stand there and let me do the whole 3 rounds, just to see if, like, they are under an illusion that I can tell.
Go for it. Roll with spellcraft.
That's a 5. Alright.
Just like Mogmire said, aside from any wondrous items that they are wearing, they are currently under the effects of what is essentially a scrying spell. And for what they said, it does seem like it would have a signature close to what Toka would employ. So basically, this person is just very easy to track for Toka. But aside from that, it doesn't seem like it's an illusion.
Okay. And just one more thing. Of the contestants... One more thing. Of the contestants that you know of, do any of them have links with demons?
I'm not allowed to be giving out information that may aid within the DST, Kupo.
I'll slip him a 20.
He puts the piece of paper in his ruffles.
I can't give any information that would give you an advantage in the DST, Kupo.
Slip him 100. No, that's fine. Okay. I will thank him. Has anyone else got any questions for them, or is that it? Because I'm just thinking about the things that have been coming for now.
Is that nope?
Okay then, Kupo. I shall return 6 days hence. Make sure you're up, addy, bushy-tailed, and ready to go to the next estate for the first task, Kupo.
Excellent. Thank you.
Morgamaya will leave you to your own devices. Does anyone have any plans what they want to do with the next 6 days?
I think, honestly, I know we did a bit of shopping there, but we probably would have spaced it out over the time, like looking for different specific stuff. For Edwin, I think he's going to be looking into, if he can, the nature of the things that are tracking our party, and just generally spending some time probably touching base with people. I know that some people are, especially in like a city like this, especially with Drazenka, if they want to, I don't know, find a disguise or something for when they're out, but generally just going and helping people who are in a little bit less fortuitous circumstance, like going down to what are effectively fantasy soup kitchens and hospitals to help out while they can. And the rest of the time, we'll just be in the library looking into the entities that are tracking some of us.
It's just going to be networking.
Networking? You got a business card?
I might do.
Solving problems before they occur? Is that your tagline?
Yeah, sure. No, yeah, he's just gonna be talking to people. Not like offering anything, but if anybody wants to ask them about like tentative alliances or, you know, deals in such manners as like, you know, mutual benefit type situations.
Alright. Drazenka doing anything in the 6 days?
Helping out with the research stuff if he wants any, while he's doing the library stuff. And then just making frequent visits to the Shiva's temple.
Yeah, you're always welcome.
Like, nothing too specific. Just spending, like for you guys, unusually a lot of time just in her room, basically by herself. But she's going out and about every now and again.
I think, yeah, that one of the things I was saying about like checking on Drazenka for that, I am assuming that's because of the amount of people here, and if it gets to that, I'll just ask her one day. Like, sort of come to your door and knock on it. Drazenka, are you alright? You don't seem to be quite as active as normal.
Managing, I could say. It's not quite as bad here because of the affinity to her isn't as strong here, so also less followers. But I'm right.
Do you want to disguise or something so you can move freely?
No, that's quite alright. If this is part of her gift, I wouldn't want to completely hide it. But I also looks a little like struggling to find the words. I do not want to give people any kind of false hope.
People give that to themselves, but I understand where you're coming from.
I know where this comes from and I carry it with pride, but I also don't necessarily want people to think I am something I am not.
Indeed, and to treat you as Drazenka, not as the lady. Alright, well, if you're fine, you're fine. I'm not going to intrude. Well, I'm sure if you wanted to, Zyron or Al would be more than happy to go somewhere with you that's a bit more private. And if not, you're welcome to come to the library.
Certainly.
Good.
Happy to be useful.
You can't just be happy to be happy, you know.
I am.
Okay.
Thank you, Edwin.
Not a problem. You're always the one checking in on the rest of us. Just remember to check in, well, on yourself, and if not, one of us will do it.
I know.
I do need to ask.
A lot to think about.
Oh, honestly, I thought it was because this place is so blasted hot. I thought it was with your fur and everything. You wanted to stay here.
No, there is. Part of it is that too, I admit, but it's not the usual mountain weather that I'm more used to.
No. But I hear they have some kind of cool baths around somewhere. A bit like the Rivers of Hot Springs. By the way, I'll leave you be.
Alright.
Just come and see us if you do want to, I don't know, blow off steam or what have you.
I will.
And we'll sort of close the door.
And just to put it kind of out there, doesn't necessarily have to amount to anything, but every time she does her personal prayers and whatnot, and now that she goes to the temple to pray, she always includes a question like, is this alright? And if she answers, she answers. If she doesn't, she doesn't. And that's about it.
The only answers you get are sweats down your brow as it is incredibly hot here.
Mm-hmm.
Is Al doing anything over the 6 days?
No, not particularly. And over the 6 days, she will typically just try to stay out of sight, just to make sure that if the dwarves are anywhere, or have anyone that would relay the information, she at least tries to remain out of sight. So she'll probably just stay within the inn.
Alright. I think it's whenever I type in the player section, it no longer counts me as a GM, that's why. 6 days will pass without too much issue, aside from the change in temperature, probably putting you at odds with your acclimatized areas. It worked! As it goes into December and winter, it certainly does not feel like that in the... Find yourselves in. During this time, there is going to be one day whilst you're within your apartment complex that Dotaro will approach the party. However, his discussion's going to take some time for him to prepare, possibly 10 minutes, as we will take our break here.
Alrighty. See you in a minute.
Back in a moment.
And I should be right back.
Definitely gonna have to deal with the Trzanka crisis, incoming crisis of faith soon, but we don't know about it that heavily yet. But there we are. See you in a minute.
FFd20 freaking thing, and it took me away from roll 20. So I didn't control click like to open up a new tab.
Yeah.
It just
How could you?
I know. I was being dumb. Now I gotta go open up my character sheet again.
Alright. Over these 6 days, picking out a day that probably isn't a drastic change in weather, Dotaro will approach the party probably as they're getting ready for a day of staying inside to read a nice book or to go and explore the city. One moment before you all take off the day's activities, friends.
What's on your mind, Dotaro?
We've been traveling for a few days now. If it wasn't for Fen Eld's strangeness, possibly a few days less. And in that time, we have been dealing with some strange forces, though from what you've said previously, not the strangest, not counting Fen Eld, of course, though if that ever occurred, it'd be hard to say without evidence, aside from your estoc, Sir Zairin. But amongst all that time of grandiose nature, I still have yet to find my sign. And if we are going towards Mr. Toka's estate and this DST that you are embroiled in, it does seem like I'm either going to be left behind, as I am not formally a part of your faction, or as a hired member, I might be ousted from the tasks themselves. So I shall put forward the request, now you could call it. I would like to enter into the service of your Lord Dragon Karthurra, so that I might engage in the DST fully alongside you all.
We don't have a way of getting in contact with Karthurra, do we?
Not easily, but you feel like it's going to be an easy enough way to get him added to your group without speaking with Karthurra.
Oh, okay.
I don't think there is anything in the rules to say we can't just recruit
Add
someone.
people. Well, you've been a boon so far. What do you guys think?
I'm not against it. Like you said, you've been a great help to us. We can talk, if we can see Mr. Toka himself, we can talk to him and see what the procedure is to add another member to our group.
Okay. Now, Edwin?
I don't feel strongly either way. Totoro has been useful, and he is at least of good heart. There have been some tensions, however. I would ask you then, Totoro, in joining this party, what is your objective? Simply to find this sign that you've been speaking of? Or do you simply wish to continue with us for other reasons?
I feel as if sticking with the Empress of Ice, if it is not coming directly from her hand, the only divination given to me was Drazenka. Sticking with her is hopefully the path I was meant to follow. This capital is far too hot to even witness the lady's directions, though few and possibly even none I've seen of them.
And you have engaged with the Afriti Church, I assume, as their presence here is potent and their style of worship may be something you would adhere to.
From what we spoke about earlier, I did try and beseech many of the deities to take me on as a champion, holder of their word, what have you. Ifrit was amongst that number, but as with many others, no reply was given.
I see. Well, you are welcome to travel with us, but as someone who was accosted by God and their clergy for a time, and then joined them, I would say simply act as you have been. Signs will come. I'm for you joining, as long as there isn't any further tension between you and Al.
I do not believe there was any tension between us aside from what I had spoken with Zenko previously. Her nature is just at odds with my powers.
I do not mind if you're here or not. What your opinion is on my powers and where they originate from is your own decision.
I would say it's more down to a response than an opinion. You ping, as it were, as something not like the others.
Like I say, your response or opinion is your own. I'm not looking to change it or look for your acceptance. However, if you'd like to remain within the party, for us and achieve your goal, hopefully at the same time.
Very well then. Once we go to the Toga estate, I shall speak with the Sir himself about formally entering this group. At least then, any points I might score will be shared amongst you. Did anyone have anything to say or add to the discussion, or are we going to go forwards?
I think it's going forwards if we're deciding that we're keeping keeping Dota around, then yeah, I assume we have the authority as Karthurra champions to recruit him, and he's cool with that. We'll find out.
Yeah, well, we'll find out when we get there.
Mhm.
I guess I don't think there was really any mention of losing members or gaining new members during the TSD.
No.
But we'll see.
I'm sure that Karthurra will also be notified, and that if he doesn't agree with it, that he will make that known.
Also, we're in pretty good standing with Karthurra, so I would imagine he trusts people we trust.
Yeah.
Alrighty. With the acceptance of Dotaro into the fold, the rest of the days will pass until you are called to Toka's estate in Fistrek. Did I not put Dotaro on this map? I did not. Oh, yeah, oh no. Shadow Clone Jutsu, go! Alright. To my page. Make sure it's doing it properly. Yes, that it is. Arriving at the estate and entrance hall, you find the place to be full of familiar faces and ones you have not engaged with. All of them seemingly waiting for the usual address from Toka. Closest to you, on the western side of the garden, is Balboagi with more Bangar and Grier friends from the Crimson Sleeps. Towards the east is Lady Cartley and the vampires, all shrouded in a dark aura, seemingly protecting them from the sunlight, as well as close by the Nagas you had spoken with before, with Darlan Jar, which I'm pretty sure you should have his name shown, as well as many Nagas nearby to him. With a jot of black smoke, as well as clinking of tankards, just towards the north and west of them, you will also notice Lacage, the dwarf that shot Owl down. Aside from that, the interior also holds many other familiar faces.
Would where everyone would meet, would our pet probably come along, knowing that the dwarves were going to be here?
You would have to be here to be given the next mission.
Anyone got any big cloaks that I can put on, covering my wings and tail and horn?
How's your disguise skill check?
Terrible.
I think I've got a handkerchief
I don't know, I
that
haven't
would
actually
cover
looked.
it yet.
Terrible. -2.
It would be extremely hard for you to try and disguise yourselves as somebody that you're not. And most people here who would have known you intimately know that you are a 4-man. Dotaro's addition would just see you as a 5-man, and you being dressed as somebody else. There's a good chance half of them will just guess, oh, that's just Ow. Otherwise, you might have just been replaced. It'd be up to you if you think a disguise would work.
I think it was
All right,
more of an
fair
issue
enough.
to keep out of sight while we were like just during the downtime. But here it's like cards are back on the table basically.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, they're not going to do anything or fight anything, and Al is binded by the rules. He's not allowed to do anything either, but he's got to avoid them. Otherwise, he's just going to get angry.
You won't like me when I'm angry.
Really won't like it again. Best me once, but will not best me twice.
Ways to get you to deflect missiles.
Hmm.
Give me like wind armor or a wind runner.
I have those. Okay. Sorry, I had to step away for a moment. I know we're reintroducing to people. Has anyone
Anyway,
actually come
shall
to us
we?
yet?
No,
Nope.
we're just waiting to go in.
Okay. Alright. Let's do it.
Zaire's just gonna be, greeting everybody, waving hi to everybody that he likes. The bongo over there.
The bongo?
Bonga?
Yeah, it's Bangar, yeah.
Oh, Banga. However you say it. The Naga, he'll greet them. He'll keep an eye on the dwarves, but he won't,
They'll give you the side eye.
Just give it a stink, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Drothing is gonna stick kind of close to Ao.
I don't think we've met that person on the right there.
The person in the suit, no.
Zaid.
We've met Zaid.
Yeah.
I imagine.
He owns the Naga.
Yeah, we did.
He owns the Naga. Yeah,
But did he
that's one
say,
way to
like,
put it.
Well, the way that it's...
Benefactor.
Yeah. But the way they see him is like... It was the way it seemed to be described last time. It was like it wasn't slavery, but it was very politically close.
He's kind of. I was gonna say it's like the guy from Django, but I don't think he did it often. He basically bought slaves to free them. They are his slaves, but they're free people. He's just keeping them so that they aren't prejudiced. Like they can't be attacked because they're his property, but he just gives them whatever they want.
Okay, I forgot about him. Let's see.
As I'm saying, it's not quite slavery, but it's on the verge.
Cookie.
We have not
how's
met.
it going?
Ao is making her way. I understand that we're tied with Ristak Crow, but she's more heading towards Kuki.
Have we met these two that I'm standing next to here on the left?
Yes. Althea is the tomboyish Mithra, who said if you were to pick up her deal, she wouldn't have done it, and if you were to have taken the deal, it kind of shows that you would have won anyway, if you were so weak to do so. So she was very brash in offering the bribe, most of it just because she was asked to do so, rather than she wants to do so.
Okay.
Whereas Archek, you had a short discussion with him, mostly just offering up his dragon's bribe of knowledge.
He'll just politely nod at them.
Oh no, Archek offered eternal flight, sorry, not the knowledge.
Ah,
It's good to see you in greater health, Ao. No more troubles with those bastards out the front, I take it.
No, none at the moment. I have been attempting to avoid them, but not really any chance of avoiding them when I'm forced to come here. Can't wait to have my way with them at later stages, though. I have more reasons than one now.
I have half a mind to be praying for the first challenge to be a tournament, I would like to get my hands around their necks, but sadly I can't alter these outcomes.
Well, it'll be a race to see who gets them first then. I can only pray that it's me.
If it's you or
Don't
I,
want to pray.
my ambitions are still fulfilled.
How fares all your other eagles? Are they doing well?
We've all recovered from the ordeals with the other eagles and the grief, though the term of grief has been popping up quite often in a lot of the settlements we visited. Apparently, a lot of cemeteries have been losing energy surrounding them. Hopefully nothing to do with that ceremony, though I'd be unwise to believe it has no connection.
Definitely seems quieter here than when we originally first started, no?
Aside from a thinner hall, there are quite a fewer number of participants. I'm sure Toka will mention that once everyone is all here and ready for the next word. I guess it's just less competition for the highest mark.
I imagine so. Well, thank you for your time. I will gather with my group and listen out for what the mission will be.
All the luck to you and yours, Al. Is Zaire speaking with Aristat?
Yeah, he's just thanking him for having his skeletons let us know that there was an ambush and just small talk.
He'll say it was no issue. Since you're on alliance, those things will pop up on both sides, he hopes.
For sure. Anything that we can do to help you out. We did end up going to Then Eld, and we used that permit. It's a good thing we did, too. They were stuck in a time loop.
You're a bit quiet, Zone.
Sorry, my microphone was a little bit further away. Is that better?
Yes.
A time loop. Curious, but those that deal with time have to be wary of the consequences. It's good to hear you sorted that issue.
Yeah, it took a couple of loops to get it right. I'm not even sure how much time relatively that we spent there, but overall it only lasted about a day.
At least you're not the last to arrive to the hall. There were a few stragglers after you.
I do believe that we probably caught up and passed some people, maybe, due to the fact that we were able to get our chocobos a little bit faster with those enhancements that you got for us. Well, that you recommended for us.
Glad they could be of use. Though, since we are in Fistrek and the murmurs going about the city, they might not be so immediately useful.
Well, it all depends on what we're up against first. And if we have to travel again anytime soon.
We shall have to see indeed.
rest. I'm gonna go back over here with my other friends and wait for these announcements and, hopefully be able to continue working together without having any issues. Not that I think there's gonna be issues.
Until then, Zaire.
Yeah. More like we could end up facing each other in an arena or something like that is the only problems I can foresee. That's what I meant.
You've already agreed to both withdraw in the arena.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Or surrender,
Man,
I should say, not withdraw.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. Don't worry, I've got a lot of notes if you don't.
I should just go back and read G's notes too.
Mm-hmm. Is
Oh,
anyone
God.
do anything before Mikaro Toka's address?
Kind of like continuing where Zyron left off, Trozenka's kind of like also talk with insert herself in the conversation a little bit and ask like, has he found anything about those Garif-related rumors of the graveyards?
Yes. A quite fitting task for me to undertake. It's very related to an almost continuation of rituals in what many places here enact to aid the movement of souls onto whatever planes they've prayed towards. Essentially, a mass sending, which is typically impossible for Garif.
I'm not quite sure I understand. Like, what were they trying to? What is being achieved with that? Exactly.
And their souls gonna go to rest. The Garif species have a history of curses and broken oaths and whatnot. I don't know particularly what is the cause. Either a great power has risen or a great power has fallen, or somebody has righted a wrong from a previous tribe. Either way, the Garif have seemingly been repented for their previous sins. Their souls no longer trapped within their bodies like husks, and their masks keeping them from seeping out. They have moved on, no longer in eternal anguish.
So you would count it as this as something positive then overall.
Yes, it is something to be celebrated, though it is cause for concern why it occurred all of a sudden. But as I say, many reasons for it occurring. Did you not do something similar with your tribe?
I was a little young when I left them, so I don't quite remember all the different rituals they used to have. There was a sending off ritual of sorts.
He means more along the line of you, basically repenting for your split off tribe's actions of desecrating the shrine and making a new one, which allowed them to be accepted back.
Right. I misunderstood. I suppose you could say that. It is a burden of its own to fix something that you did not personally cause. But nonetheless, I'm glad whatever happened worked out.
We will have to see if this changing in the waves of souls has any other side effects, or if the main aim for doing so is a grander scale magic. But for now, it seems positive. I am still looking into the matter, as well as many of my creations, but for now we are safe.
That's good at least.
The spirits are quite eager to hold down their contempt for things. Letting go is quite a large step.
Especially when that keeping hold onto something that's generational. Old habits die hard even among the living. Can only imagine how bad it can get among the spirits.
There might come a time I no longer have to deal with such spirits, but as long as I'm a lich, that will continue. I'm sure you will see fit to my continual undeath. You already did it once.
For however long you wish to remain here, I have no qualms with that. You are a boon to, well, most people I have met. Either way.
I hope the announcement see you well, Drazenka.
You as well, Ristat.
Is anyone doing anything before Makaru's address? I hear nobody speaking up, and if you are, you might be muted. Alright.
Nope.
Some time passes as a few more people arrive at the estate. Eventually, Makaru Toka will clasp his hands loudly, imbued almost magically or possibly bardically to enhance the sound. He steps atop a podium as he opens up a book. Some of it recited, some of it possibly just refreshing his memory, as he will speak aloud.
Esteemed champions in the Dragon Segmented Trail, I congratulate you all on making your way here, proving your entrance into the competition as well sought and well fought. Out of the close to 100 groups, we are now down to 20. A sad case, but those who would have failed in this competition are no longer part of it. As many of you are aware, many have attempted to circumvent the rules, and, as such, have incurred the penalties of your cuffs. I will reiterate it for those here. Combat between the competitors is allowed, though assassination and poison are off the table. You must accept duels, or, in the case of more aggressive means, all-out war between parties and hirelings. In battle, if you are part of the same team, you may use stealth tactics in combat. However, you may not target those outside of the competition, nor make attacks on the competitors' families and friends. Mind control to have you retire from the competition is banned. Before we move on to the first true task of the DST, we welcome a late entrant into the competition.
Makaru then motions to a tall humanoid in a white tuxedo and black cloak. A black mask covers their head entirely, and they hold onto a tall cane. As Makaru will continue.
Renato has extenuating circumstances for their entrance into the DST. They shall start on the first task with the other competitors.
Aristat then speaks up and points a finger at the new entrant. Excuse me, Sir Toka. I believe that a breach in rules is being committed here. Are they not? Aristat is then cut off as he looks at his hand. A snapping of sinew and cutting of flesh is heard as the lich falls to the ground. He convulses and yells out in pain. Many of the onlookers gasp or chuckle in delight at the lich's pain, which is completely aberrant. A few seconds later, Aristat stands, his skin flush with colour and red hair flowing from his head. The man looks at his new form in astonishment. Toka will then ask aloud.
Aristat Crow, are you alright?
Aristat is blank for a second, but then responds. Yes, quite alright.
And your misgivings?
Aristat clears his new throat. Are they not subject to a penalty for a late entry?
Of course. I was getting to that before your little episode. Fancy magic trick. Renato shall have a penalty applied to his score for the first task. While not pushing him out of first place, it will be more difficult for him to attain a higher position.
The competitors here start to murmur amongst themselves as Bakaru gives you a few moments to breathe in the change before continuing.
Are you alright, Aristat? Is everything okay?
Yes, Sorry, this is quite a change, so immediate. I didn't even believe it would be possible to transform back after the changing into a lich. He looks at his undead. I still have the powers of one.
So you haven't changed your connection. You still have your abilities, but the body has changed.
It's not a unwelcome change or one that I'm not familiar with. This is how I looked before I died. I'm still Aristat. I still have my powers before and after.
How did this happen?
It's something to do with that man. You don't want to trifle with them.
Regardless, I still have my fog cuff. I'm still in the competition. This is just something to get used to, I feel.
Congratulations, maybe? This is a boon, or?
Congratulations indeed. As I said, I completely dashed any thoughts of this ever occurring.
Then congratulations in earnest.
You know what could have caused this?
Yes, yeah, no, it should be impossible. As you discuss amongst yourselves, Makaru claps his hands yet again.
Now that the events have gone through, and we are accepting of Renato's entrance into the competition, we shall continue.
Makaru Toka holds up a small golden badge with iconography of the deity Titan.
Your first task is to delve into the wrecking mines. A vast network of several dozen to over 100 miles of tunnels and chambers. Used by Fistrek to gather stone and minerals, this underground is full of miners and creatures in the capital's employ. You are to join them in dangerous style. The teams shall be dropped in varying entrances to the mines. Your task is simple. Gather expensive materials from the mines. We accept all forms of gems such as ruby and emerald, as well as metals, iron, silver, and the like. Crystals and other magical minerals are also accepted. We do not, however, accept tools or gear. You can mine these items yourself, find already mined deposits, or even steal from the other competitors. You are not allowed to steal from the living miners or their handled loads, nor can you barter with them for such. However, the mines are dangerous, and sometimes caches are left behind. Those are legal. These minerals and materials shall be stored in this device. It can hold a substantial quantity that has never held before. If you are defeated in the mines, other teams can take these from your bodies. Theft is allowed. If you are able to stay hidden and not enter conflict, you are allowed to obtain these through sleight of hand. If by the deadline you have not returned a storage badge, you will receive 0 points for this task. You will be scored on the quantity and quality of your returned items. Size, carat, condition, and power are all contributing factors. This challenge has a time limit of 10 days. If you return before then to bank your items and points, you may not re-enter the mines and must wait for the rest to finish, though there is a score bonus for returning quickly. The base scoring rules also still apply. The number of members that have died, the time taken to complete the tasks, the quality and quantity of your task, and sportsmanship. You may quit at any time, and we shall know that you have done so. Bribing is still allowed. The task shall start in 1 hour. Make your preparations, and we shall transport you to your starting zones.
Rikaru then throws his device into the air, at which point it splits into 20 different copies. One flies across the air each to the leaders of the different groups. In the case of yours, Al is the closer, so she gets it. Not saying that she is the leader. You haven't decided a leader amongst your team, that's why I went with the closest member.
We all have our moments of when we take the lead.
At which point, the teams will start discussing amongst themselves and possibly nearby parties to discuss if they're going to have alliances or even attempt to bribe, whereas Aristat is still in awe of his new form.
Ziron's going to shake Aristat's hand real quick, and then move up to Dotaro and say, well, now's the time. Would you like me to go with you?
Yes, it might be better with a representative from the team.
Sure. Come on.
Sorry.
Sir Toka.
Yes, you're with Karthurra's lot. I have not got you noted down on my book.
It's Dotaro, sir.
Are you a hireling to this group?
He looks at Siren.
He was never hired in per se. However, through his actions and through a bit of camaraderie and shared difficulty, we would like to add him to our team if that's possible.
Adding him to your team? Yes, that is simple.
Would we also face some sort of repercussions for adding a member to our team, like that person over there is facing for starting late?
Oh no. Renato is a team all himself. It is a new one. Instead of 19, we have 20. You would not be adding a new team, you would just be formally putting in a new addition to yours. No penalty required. It is the same as having hired people work for you.
Okay, that's fair enough. The only thing that might make it not really happen, like, we feel like he'd be a good addition to the team, but if Karthurra doesn't necessarily want another person on the team, then obviously we wouldn't necessarily add them, but so it's essentially his decision, but we would like to at least send a message to him, if that's possible, to ask him if it would be okay.
We do not give correspondence like this. We don't want to give a edge up to anyone, and we try and keep the Dragon Lords and Dragons excluded. Just their champions amongst the competition, as well as Chinui Sylph's oversight.
Alright. Well, I guess we'll make the decisions ourselves then, and we'd like to formally add him to our party.
I shall have it noted in my books. And if you wish to have him added into your scoring system, both good and bad, merely touch your wrist to his, the one with the fog cuff, and he shall be added.
Very well. Dotaro, if you would set your wrist up before me.
Dotaro's gonna kneel down and offer up his wrist to yours.
Alright, if you want to be formal about it. And then Zarin will make a little speech about, adding Dotaro to his party, and then in a very, sophisticated and knightly manner, touch wrist to Dotaro's wrist, and then ask him to rise.
As you do so, your fog cuff will swirl as it also encircles Dotaro's. As if through mitosis, it splits in two, as Dotaro now has his own cuff. He stands tall, newly knighted by Sir Zairin. Thank you, Sir Zairin. You will not forget this, or at least I will attempt to make sure you do not.
Well, so far it's been a pleasant experience. Hopefully it continues to be that way. So, mining. That pick that we just had would have been nice to have right now. How far away are the local markets from here?
We have an hour. We could always see what we can buy up in that time, but probably not so much.
The only thing I really would like to get is maybe a pick, but I don't know if we would be able to. We have... Dotaro, can you see in the darkness? Or do you have ways of making light?
I'm
You do,
checking.
don't you?
I don't remember. I made him like 2 months ago. He has low light vision.
Doesn't he have like some spells or something like that that give him like fairy fire? Not fairy fire, but like some sort of like lights.
Or spells on it saying.
Don't I have like so many iron torches in this party?
Probably.
Like so many.
He will have some way to create light, yes.
Okay. Or at least be able to see. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right. All of us are able to either see or make light in the dark.
There will also be, since it is a currently mining operation, there will be people down there. There will be light infrastructure in a lot of places, but as you would probably think of now, there will be dark places, but not all of it will be dark.
Right, there'll be lanterns in certain places. And,
Mm-hmm.
Well, do we want to go grab a couple of picks, or I mean, a regular pick isn't going to be that great for us.
Get some adamantine picks.
Yeah, that might be worthwhile, especially we've got a little bit of extra money.
If we're doing that, we better get to it quick before the other teams get the same idea and we're out-chopped.
Yeah, let's see if we can make something happen in an hour.
So it'd be 3 grand and 12 gil per adamantine pick. That would just be a pickaxe.
Yeah.
A normal pickaxe will mine things, but obviously a adamantine one overcomes DR up to 20 points, right. So it will make it a lot easier and faster.
Also, it bypasses hardness entirely, which is...
Up to 20.
Well, it's very unlikely we're going to get anything past hardness 20, to be fair, so...
Hey, we might start mining diamonds, who knows?
We don't want to break the diamonds. We want to gather them.
What is Dotaro's normal movement speed?
Asking all the questions.
Yeah.
I think I made him relatively quick because he does have a defense feature. It's 30, but I don't have his spells on his sheet. I have them in a document. Because I gave him effortless armor, so he doesn't care about what he's wearing.
Okay.
I don't know if I gave him extra speed elsewhere. Nope. Lost my pen.
Oh boy.
Nope, he just goes at 30 feet.
Okay. Al, Drazenka, Edwin, do any of you have enhancement to speed?
Not
Do you
typically.
mean... Well, there's haste, but that's rounds.
No, I'm talking like permanent.
Yeah, I have boots, which increase mine to 40.
Okay. I think I used to have those, and I think that's what was giving me 40, but I had to... I switched out for something else, so now I no longer go 40. So, so you're at 40. Drazenka doesn't have anything permanent. How do you have anything that... I mean, you just fly, right?
Yeah.
What's your fly speed when you're not transformed?
90. Fly speed without not transformed is 40.
40, okay. So then that works out kind of perfectly. I can give myself and Drazenka and Dotaro speed for 150 minutes. But that would be it for today. That would give us a 10-foot enhancement to our speed.
I lied to you. My fly speed is actually 60.
Oh, wow. That's really good.
If you do need the rules, that is what Makaru Toka said to you. So essentially, mine and gather. The amount and quality will give you your points. If you die, you will lose points, obviously. And you have to do it within 10 days. The faster you do it, the more points you get, but you might get more points if you get materials that would give you more than the speedy bonus would grant you.
Yeah.
Is there like a time limit on if you die? Like if you come back within the next 6 seconds, do you still incur a penalty or no?
If you die, you die. As Ivan Drago would say. If it's a case of, I think you just picked up Breath of Life. Is Breath of Life the immediate heal to revive?
Breath of Life is basically the next time, like you could use it, for example, with a hero point. You can standard action, go over to them, heal 5d8 plus, my other stuff. If they've died within a round, if the healing causes them to return to life, they return to life.
I would say in the case of stuff like re-raise, stitched wounds, which I think was the immediate one I'm thinking of, and breath of
Close
life.
wounds I've got that as well.
And breath of life, that is like just within the 1 round. That stuff would not count as you dying because you essentially have something to evade that outcome. But if you are dead for more than 1 round, it counts as you dying against your record. You can die several times because you do have the ability to revive, but each time you die would be a negative.
Yeah, that's fine, because I know that with, raise is a full round action to do, whereas breath of life is a standard. I was just wondering if there was, a time limit. Okay, that's fine.
Yep, time limit is 1 round.
Good to know.
Just,
I don't-
as a side, dwarves from their lineage are very good miners. Can we not just track them down and kill them and
That
take all
was-
their... It's
Something I was thinking about.
Yeah,
Something
we
that I was
don't
thinking
have
about.
a way of tracking them specifically.
We could. We have.
I have a very good survival.
Also, if we really
yeah, but we're
wanted
gonna
to,
be.
we could pick up, very similarly to how we were being tracked previously, where we could get into their belongings, put something in there that is something we could scry to. We'd have scrying, that's the problem. But yeah, we could work something out. Either way.
Either way, we
Goes both ways. We
better
need to
get
be on our
started.
guard for.
Yeah,
we need
agreed.
to also be on guard for them to try something while down there.
I think if we're going to go down there, we need to be prepared in full. Speed. Less haste, more speed. Let's do what we need to do up here, get the picks. I assume we still have enough money in the party funds now for an adamantine pick, or possibly even an adamantine traveler's any tool, if one exists, in case we need different styles.
And, while it's not necessarily the best use of it, my weapon would also probably break walls pretty easy.
It's a piercing weapon. Piercing does less damage to objects.
Does it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Bludgeoning and the
Yes,
pickaxes specifically get through that because they're meant to be
okay.
digging.
I see. Okay. That's funny because that's not the way it works in real life.
Stabbing a fencing sword into a rock wall. It's not
Yeah.
really designed for it.
Doesn't really.
right.
Because the pickaxe, whilst the pickaxe is piercing, it is designed to dig
Yeah,
stuff out.
that's a very, very different type of piercing from a fencing sword and a pickaxe.
Right.
It's
You've got
broader.
You've got the curve on it as well for leverage.
Yeah. And the structure of the metal, anyway.
Isn't the
Yeah.
Travis tool already got stuff on it because it's magic?
It's magic. It doesn't have anything special apart from that.
Yeah, sure. It's not legit, but go ahead. Just add $3,000 to that if you're going to make it adamantine.
Well, if it's not legit, we don't have to have it. It's just a case of I was curious as to if it was possible. If not, I mean, just getting out. I'm assuming if we got an adamantine pick, we could just take the stuff back. I was thinking more like if we need a shovel, for example, but it's fine.
You will need a lot of tools because, as they say, you can pick up anything. It is underground. There could be moss.
Yeah, we could just get a travel tool even if it's not adamantine.
Yeah, even just a basic. We'll do that then.
Yeah.
We'll get an adamantine pick and then just get an traveler's daily tool addition. In addition to that, I think that would work. If you're saying it's not legit, that's fine. So total cost. Yeah, I think we've got enough of that.
You're just getting the one.
That Traveler's Angels, they're cheap enough. And honestly, it makes it a round number. So we just get one for everyone. Because they're $250 and they weigh £2. And it would just cost £1,000 effectively. If you guys are up for that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yep. That's fine.
Cool. So. Oh, fuck's sake. So yeah, it's basically 4K out of the group loot chest, if you don't mind.
Exactly 4K?
4K and 12.
4,012.
And we just got 4. With the pick, could we make it masterwork to get the +2? Or is it, would
Adamantine
it just,
already counts as masterwork, I'm
it
pretty
just
sure.
counts. Fine, then that works for me.
Yes, it does.
Awesome. If that's the case, then obviously it's a very strange thing that's happened with Aristat, and this guy in the black concerns me, so I'm not going to talk to them.
Rude.
Well,
Oh,
someone,
that was my next thing. Is I was gonna go talk
you
to
can
them.
do that. I'm just saying, someone tried to say something about him, and he revived him. That is a wild choice.
Well, we don't. He didn't make any moves that we saw. Did you have detect magic going? Did you
No,
see him
this
cast
is
a spell?
truly an assumption, but you could
Yeah.
you could definitely go. Someone says, "Hey, wait, isn't he?" And then he effectively does the reverse of kills you on sight. It's a bit weird.
What is that number that you have there, Al?
No, ignore that. Don't worry. It's just for
Okay.
group loot.
Oh, well, why is that all that's left?
No, that's how much the group loot is left after we've allocated the amounts that we split between the 4 of us.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't spend any of that, so I was gonna say
I know.
you could put that
There's
back.
52,600 in the group.
Oh, okay. I was talking about the 9,000 down there.
That's how much is in the group loot.
It's
Which
like
you
what
allocated of me still having 20 grand, you having 20 grand, and Edwin
Oh,
having
the
20
money
grand.
that's left over from our shares, basically.
Okay, yeah. You could go ahead and put my 20K back in there then.
It's fine.
Yeah. So, I can't remember names. 'Cause I'm a terrible person. Hey, how's it going?
You keep the chat brief so we can head to the mines.
As you approach the man in the dapper outfit, he creaks his neck down to you.
You explode.
Zyron, give me a will save, please.
Oh, fun. That's fantastic. Is this something I can use Charm Life on?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Will save. 1 save +8. That's not too bad, but not the greatest either.
As you come eye to eye, or rather eye to mask, you see Renato's visage almost duplicate and come on a whirring motion as if under the effects of blur. You almost feel yourself falling unconscious, but you're able to steady yourself. Greetings. How might I assist you?
Well, you're one of the only people here that we haven't met. I was just wanting to introduce myself. I'm Zyron, Fourclaw, and these are my companions, Edwin, Drazenka, Al over there, and newly added is Dotaro.
You may call me Renato.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Renato. something. What is that from? Anyways. Well, our group in particular has been trying to be as peaceful as possible with everybody. We don't really have any preconceived ill will towards anybody. If you would like to strike any bargains or anything like that, we would be willing to at least hear you out. Is there anything that you might be willing to talk about in that regard?
If we are to meet amongst the trials, you will be returned home in a live state.
Oh, I mean, that's good news, I guess. We will. If we're forced to fight you, we'll do the same. If we are to be victorious, we'll leave you in a living state if you are currently as such.
That shall be the extent of our agreement. Do you have anything further to state?
No, not in particular. Have a wonderful DSD. Hope to see you again under positive circumstances. He doesn't seem like the touchy type, so the Iron's not gonna try to like handshake or anything like that. Just give him a little nod and then start walking back down this way.
As we're like about to leave, I think I'm just gonna give him a little measured look down.
Zenka, roll me a will save.
You're good at those.
Usually. Uh-oh. I'll use the herb one to add +4 to that.
Fuck it, why not? We're here.
I'm helpful anyway.
You gotta get into the habit of using them, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Alright. As you do a ocular pat down and sensing of alignment, all you get back is something you could call static or white noise. A cacophony of screams, wails, and cries as you detect all alignments possible and hear countless voices speaking back to you.
Okay.
Everything alright?
I'm not sure. I'll talk about it more when we're in a different place.
Understood.
Does the party wish to do anything before moving on to the first task?
Aris has dead bodies over there.
Ignore the man behind the screen.
No, it's fine. I thought that was just getting him out of the way. No, Edward doesn't really have a connection or need to speak to the many people here. If anyone else wants to, feel free.
We don't really. Well, Dotaro will need like food for himself, I think. The rest of us, if we need any more survival gear, because we're gonna be down there for potentially up to 10 days.
Dotaro
we've
is
got-
sustained.
Okay.
That's good.
We have some.
Like we have camping gear, but if we want anything more,
We did have, and I can't remember if they're on my sheet or not. We did get some tents and things. I'm pretty sure
it might be in
at
the
one
carriage.
stage or another.
At least some of them.
I can't see them in mine. Are they in? Can't see them in Group Blue either.
Could also be that we were planning to buy them, but didn't actually buy them because we were in smaller settlements.
Yeah, you were looking at getting a shit ton, but you couldn't buy a shit ton.
Oh yeah, I think we should probably buy some like tents and cottages because, as you say, we're going to be down there for a while. And if we do end up using a lot of our at least magical resources, it would be beneficial to have a way of quickly getting them back.
Didn't we get a couple of cottages or something?
I could have sworn we did, but they're not in group loot and they're not in my loot, so I don't know if someone has them in their personal sheet or not.
I don't have any.
But
I've got
in case you didn't
basic
buy 'em.
camping gear. Al, are you there? Because I don't know if Al's got them because they're like heavy.
A jester, baby.
Do I have what?
You know, we were thinking about getting tents and cottages, the actual magical version. Do you have them on your personal sheet? Because they are heavy, so I'm wondering if you've just put them in there.
I don't think so. Yeah, let me check. I haven't got them on my sheet.
I think the idea was to get a bunch, but only have one or two at a time on our
With
persons and
us.
the rest of
Yeah.
on the carriage.
Yeah, I was gonna say we weren't gonna bulk buy them because of how heavy they were.
Yeah, we would put them like on the roof. Okay, well, if that's the case, then
More shopping.
well, we could do this quickly. Like, it's rapid.
Well, just tell me how many you want, and I'll buy them and I'll put them away, and then we can continue.
Yeah, I think we just. I'll work it out. Napaz, if you're alright, if we just go down there, we're going to buy them, but
Mhm.
we'll let you know in a minute rather than bogging it down now.
Sure. It's all fine with me. I know shopping can be a hassle. Workout tents, they're going to be sweaty. You're going to get some towels in there.
Yeah.
Oh, time limit of 10 days. Okay, I didn't see that before.
Yeah, time limit of 10 days. You have to exit within the 10 days and hand over at least one storage device.
Okay. Edwin and Trasenka, is there some sort of ability to return that we could possibly do? So, like, magically, like, come back here? So that we can stay as long as possible, or if something bad happens, we could just pop back.
Unfortunately. So go, you first.
Alright, to my understanding, once we leave for good. We can't
Right.
return back.
But if there's like a cave in or something like that, because none of us are miners, we don't know what we're doing.
We have stone shape, and we have various methods of moving stone directly, but we don't have a teleportation. As far as I'm aware, no look at Drazenka. I certainly don't.
No, not. It's not really
No.
my purview.
The many of the magical disciplines that allow that are not ones that we have. So the short answer is no. So we do not have that ability.
Okay. It's level 4 while we're checking out those tents.
You're giving a link in the chat, but could pick up one of those.
It's only for one target, though. So you'd need 5 of them.
We can need 5 of those.
mean, if we're still having that money split in the group loot, then I would be more than willing to just buy all 5 of those. That'd be
Your money.
12,500 or
Yeah.
1,250 or something. I don't remember.
It's in the group loot. It'll say in there.
Yeah. 2,500. So yeah, 12,500.
There is always the Roll20 math if you cannot math.
I can math.
Oh, I know, it's just early for you.
No, it wasn't that. I looked at the price of them for like 2 seconds, and I also looked at the cost to create.
Mm-hmm.
So my brain was just getting confused, so I needed to go back and look at it for 2 seconds and then figure it out. 2 of each of what?
The 10s.
Oh, okay.
So you're saying Zyrens is buying 5 emergency exits off his own
Yep.
back and giving one to everyone?
Yep, absolutely. That way, if the worst comes to worst and, like, frickin' Ow somehow gets cornered by 4 or 5 dwarves, she can just be like, no. That's not
Unless she's
happening."
transformed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fine. It's going to be really hard to get back into the mine after using that, but as long as you don't go hand in your storage device, you can go back into the mine. It's just,
Right.
you don't know where you're going to pop out.
That's
There is at least 20 entrances, because there's 20 groups.
So in this case, it would be just a random entrance or the closest entrance.
It'll be a random entrance.
Oh boy.
fun. So it, for
Especially
sure.
if we all
could
go to
be
different
also
entrances.
Oh god.
They would be within the city, so it's not going to plop you down somewhere dangerous, but you can't count it to be, oh, we're all going back to the Winchester, having a pint and waiting for the sword to blow over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so like,
fine.
it
I
is
mean-
it is like a last ditch effort to get out of Dodge.
So as long as we don't turn in our materials, we could just set up now. We have a meeting place of the inn that we were in before. So if we get separated for whatever reason, we just meet up back at the inn and make our way back into the mine ourselves.
Yeah, let's get going.
I agree.
Does anyone wish to discuss anything with anyone here or your party before the hour passes?
Not personally.
Once we like get away from here, Drasenka will let the party know what she sensed from the guy from Renato.
Did Zairin sense anything with that will save, or was he just since he saved, he didn't notice anything?
You don't know if you saved. You just didn't notice
Oh,
any
that's-
apparent effect. Aside from
Okay.
him having that strange blur effect.
Yeah. I will mention that part as well, though. That when I went to go speak to him, that he momentarily was blurry and strange.
Well, with the combined strangeness, probably be like, I don't know, pretty outside at this point.
Yeah, somewhere like
I think out here, near the
Like-
fountain.
basically like as we're going towards the back to the city to do our shopping.
Yep.
Oh god, my clothes are
That's
still
just
down
okay.
here.
Yep. I think at that point, if you explain that and Zion explains as well, I would just say, I'm telling you, whatever that thing is, we shouldn't be speaking with it. Ideally, we don't interact with it at all.
I think we should try to just stay away from them as much as possible, but he did say they did say that as long as if we ever did meet in some sort of battle, that they would not end our lives. They would send us back to our home.
And we're just going to trust that.
I mean,
I don't trust anything that has the ability to mask its alignment completely, has some kind of screaming voices inside of it, and forces you to undertake some kind of effect on looking at it. Oh god, hold on. Pepper's typing on the keyboard. Okay, we're fine. We're good.
Oh, we got a fifth member. Come on, she can play Dotoro.
She almost put but there we are. It wasn't she like P and S, she was just on a pull on both. Alright.
Talk.
Let us speak.
His bio doesn't tell us who he was here with.
You didn't ask either.
He's on his own.
Oh,
Nope.
I thought he had like some sort of representation of the dragon that he was.
Nope.
I thought okay.
You might be thinking
And
of when
also-
Makaru Toka held up the golden storage device that has iconography to Titan.
Oh, maybe that's it. Okay.
That's the storage device where you hold these materials in. There was nothing denoting what Renato's allegiance is.
Okay.
It can't be himself, because Dragon Lords and dragons can't enter. But you don't know. He could have circumvented the rules, as Aristat was going to bring something up. But then he said that the guy should have a penalty to his score.
That reminds me, before we get too far, we should let somebody know that the dwarves tried to poison Owl. Because I was not paying attention to the rules as much as I should have been. And apparently
That was
poison-
in combat, that's fine.
Yeah, they said you can't. It's poisoning outside of
Okay.
combat that's not allowed.
Like, if they give you a soup bowl with poison in it, that's not allowed. If they stab you with a dagger with poison whilst you're also stabbing them with a scimitar, that's fine.
Although the way the rules work with this, they can literally walk over to you, yell, "I challenge you," and then force feed you poison soup.
Yeah!
Apparently, okay.
If they cast sleep on you, yeah, then they do it.
But I think Edwin is very
his-
adamant that they
Sorry.
are. That's alright. He's just going to say that he's very adamant that we shouldn't be. I understand your caution and the reason why the two of you went to go and speak to them, but I think we stay away from them as much as we can.
Siren's just trying to make friends. That's all.
Hmm.
Is
You can't
is
make
his
friends with
token
everyone.
from MHA?
Not with that attitude.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's,
don't-
an artist did make it, so that doesn't narrow it down. But it's not from any show, it's just, it's a set of tokens somebody drew based on different things. It's not from.
Okay.
I can understand what you mean.
Well, you-
So there is an orca hero in that looks very similar.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, nothing from me. Unless
we're
there's a
good.
response to that. Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Probably just pat out the back and thank her for keeping her cool in there. And that's it.
The hour passes quickly. Tension hanging in the air like damp stone, not unlike what you'll be facing soon. When the call comes, the competitors are brought outside of the grand estate into the courtyard, lined with blackened pillars and summoning glyphs etched deep into the flagstones. A low hum resonates, and one by one, each team vanishes into their assigned drop points, swallowed by shattering light. Second as I said it. Your vision clears to the sound of dripping water and the soft thrum of shifting earth. The air is thick with mineral dust and the stale taste of iron. Torches sputter in iron brackets along the walls, casting long shadows cross-carved stone. The chamber around you is a blend of worked passage and natural cave. Walls half hewn and half collapsed. Veins of ore glimmering faintly in the flickering light. You could, like possibly some other teams, just stay in this place for 10 days and mine somewhat peacefully, though you are sure that would return a lesser score. The starting chamber is wide enough to hold a rather large encampment. Ancient scaffolding clings precariously to the walls, whereas abandoned minecarts sit rusting on crooked rails, and an old wooden lift dangles from chains above a dark shaft. You presume this, like many others you'll find, is an exit from the mines. An old lift that could hold weight far beyond yours to accompany many stones. From this chamber, there is a single exit hallway, holding a heavy stone arch with runes sketched into it. In the middle of the runes, you make out writing in Dwarven. Fistrek built these halls. Those who take without labour, may the stones take you in return.
Alrighty. Are there any workers nearby us?
There is no one here currently besides your team.
Okay. Al, can you tell if anybody has passed by here recently? I'd like to get in touch with somebody that might know some of the best places to go mining.
Certainly have a look.
Looking around the immediate vicinity, this place has certainly been travelled in the past through changes in the dust on the floor, as well as the lift itself having been used almost recently, possibly within the last week. However, this is not a frequently travelled area, at least not in recent time. Possibly a dead part of the mine that no longer returns enough in material to warrant people's time. There are tracks going down into the hallway, as you would have expected, but again, very, very old. You don't think anyone's been here recently.
It seems we're in a very lesser part of the mine. It doesn't seem to be traversed as much, with the most recent tracks being potentially a week old. I would suggest that we go far deeper into the mine, because I doubt we'll find anything in this area.
That's a bit disheartening. I was hoping to at least, find a worker or a foreman or something like that that knows the mines so we could ask them questions, maybe bribe them into telling us where some of the better spots
Well,
might be.
if that's the case, we'll have to go much deeper to be able to find anyone. I suggest we move now.
Agreed.
Did I ever end up casting those spells earlier, or would now be a good time to add those?
I'd imagine you'd wait till now.
What spells are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Speed.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that during the break. You can cast them now if you want.
Okay, yeah, so I will use all 3 daily uses of my spells from the necklace to cast speed 3 times, once on myself, once on Jack, or Edwin, I mean, and then one
It wouldn't work on me.
It wouldn't?
No, because
So
I've got an
oh, yeah, I'm
enhancement
sorry.
already.
Sorry, yeah, so once on Zairin, once on Drazenka, and once on Dotaro. Al can fly, and Edwin has boots. Although I don't know how fast Al is going to be able to fly in cave. Can you hover with good maneuverability?
Oh god, somebody had static then.
That was horribly electric.
It's not a case of maneuverability, it's a case of their skill check if they can hover.
Oh, okay.
think hovering is the easiest check to make, though. It's the second easiest. To hover is a DC 15.
Okay, which now could probably make.
Skill
Yeah.
check is what, sorry?
To fly, fly skill check to hover is 15.
I'm pretty sure I also succeed that.
Yeah, you got +8 racial, plus your dex, plus any skill points, and
Yeah,
something
it's
like that.
actually technically higher because I've got average maneuverability now.
Oh, okay. I thought it was good, not average.
Average is
Yeah,
plus
no,
0.
I thought it was. So, take that out. I actually have a plus 21 to my fly.
Oh yeah, so you could just hover down the.
Yep.
Alrighty, let's get moving.
Don't want to just camp out in this beginning area and just mine for 10 days?
No.
No, the materials are terrible in here. Take me to Y12 and get me the diamond.
The light is no good here. My skin. We must move.
Alright. Taking the first hallway out of your starting chamber, it continues on for quite a few minutes. Every so often, you'll see a broken rail on the ground, possibly part of an old minecart system. The walls either being dug in shortly or very deep until they no longer got a good enough quantity or quality of ore. After several minutes pass, you will come up to a split in the path. Towards the left, you can just see, aided by more lantern light and your own, a set of spiral stairs, descending into what seems to be a damp lower level. The stone steps are narrow, worn smooth by centuries of boots and dripping water. A constant damp chill rises upward, carrying the faint stink of stagnant pools. Whereas ahead of you is a set of rusting rails, stretching into the tunnel. The remains of minecarts strewn about like skeletal carcasses, as well as skeletal carcasses to boot. Shards of broken crystals litter the floor, crunching underfoot with a faint hum. Or the right passage, that is more like a ragged fissure in the wall, untouched by mining tools. The stone narrows into a twisting passage where the air grows hotter, and a faint red pulse illuminates the walls like the heartbeat of the mountain itself.
Any
It's
signs
certainly
of?
beautiful. Sorry, go.
Oh, no, you're good. Any signs of more recent activity?
It's only been a few minutes away. The activity here has not changed.
Okay.
Well, I wish I didn't roll that then.
Have you got knowledge dungeoneering out?
No.
Ah, shame.
I do.
If you wanted to have any sort of thoughts as to these different directions in a skill check-wise, it can be a knowledge dungeoneering.
I lay that one if he rolls it.
Okay.
And also bless him.
I was going to bless myself, but I'll take yours. I pressed the wrong one. Dungeoneering is one higher than that. So it'll be 28.
Alrighty. With a 28, you get a good sense of the different directions, showing to the different personalities, you could say, of the underground systems of Fistrek. The left path of the spiral staircase seemingly dips into a underground reservoir. Having you deal with a colder climate as well as swimming, you're pretty sure that would equate to a easier time traveling and possibly safer, as the creatures here would probably stay away from such a large wellspring. The rail tunnel, however, with the crystals in sight, you have the mining knowledge that due to how the minecarts are set and the rails are destroyed, That way leads volatile crystals, prone to explosion, though they could provide a higher raw score if you were to be careful. And the jagged crack, whilst it produces heat, you know that heat can hold many resources others can't really get to, allowing you to get fire-aspected materials that could go for a high price if you're able to overcome the fires. When it would come down to risk versus reward, left would be easy, right would be medium, forward would be hard. Though that may change based on your skill checks that you don't know too much ahead of time, though the left way, which is the easiest, would most likely require swim.
I think I'm personally good with the fire one, maybe? What do you think?
I think that we've got ways of dealing with everything anyway, so, I mean, risk versus reward. The higher risk we could potentially get the best rewards, but it's also not necessarily going to be so. It's all down to luck, pretty much.
Well, fire is easier to defend from than wanton explosions.
Indeed. And we have methods of not only surviving temperature, but the physical effect of fire. The only problem we're going to have is the smoke. Does it look like there's a risk of smoke in there? Like
Not just
inhalation?
as of yet, but since it's been there for years upon years, you feel like the smoke would have come out into this split. If there is smoke in there, there's possibly natural gaps that leave it to the outside terrain. So yes, there could be, but not something you couldn't overcome.
Okay.
Like a wind wall.
Well, I was thinking more like air bubble for just. I don't have it, unfortunately. That's
Well,
one I might need to pick up another time.
What a shame.
But it is what it is. Yeah, I'm good with the fire one. I don't know what you guys think.
That sounds good to me.
So is the party taking the medium difficulty right path?
Yeah, I think for first day, feel it out, see how hard, like how difficult it's going to be, and then we can go full. We can go full hard for the rest of it if we need to. But that would be my initial thought.
Yep. Good.
Yeah.
Okay then. Making your way towards the jagged crack, everyone will start to squeeze, though at this time that has no real issue besides making your clothes dirty and possibly smearing you with essence from the walls themselves. You'll eventually start to notice stalactites dripping mineral-rich liquid onto the floor, making it uneven, studded with knife-like shards of obsidian glass. To anyone that it will make a issue for, the entirety of this area is difficult terrain, and even if you are to charge across it, if you have the ability to, you will take piercing damage as if running across caltrops. The passage, as you take it, widens and thins ever so often, the walls pulsating as that red glow, as you'll see many different minerals in the walls. At which point, you have a few checks you can make. The first is Knowledge Planes, if you've got it trained.
I think at this point, before anyone starts rolling, now we're actually here. I will gather everyone close and cast 4 extended Great Heroisms on everyone.
Except Dota.
Would Dota actually be helping us out here? Because I'm happy to use it on him as well.
if it comes to combat, his
Fine.
skills are not going to help you really at all because he has like 3 skill points.
Okay. I'll bang on him as well. Make him feel involved.
I can also give that to someone once, but not extended.
I'm just thinking.
Not greater, actually. Do I have greater? I don't think it's greater. It's just heroism.
Yeah, I'm just thinking great heroism. I've got like a shitload of buffs, but great heroism has like it's across the board pretty good. So
You know, can do heroism, but not greater.
okay.
Right.
So
Go
yeah,
ahead.
everyone has that. That'll be 35. So that's a big chunk of my MP, but it is also a very good buff. And that's it. I was just going to say we'll do that before we get into everything else. So feel free to crack on.
And also go ahead and give elemental resistance communal. Not elemental. What is it? The endure elements
Endure
communal.
elements. Yeah, that'd be
That's
nice.
the one.
Thank you.
Is that 10 minutes or is that hours?
Endure elements is 24 hours.
Yeah.
Is it split up into hours between the people?
Yeah, 1 hour increments among the creatures touched. Again, it's second level, so I can do it multiple times too.
Mm-hmm.
If needed.
Speed
that should
was
be fine for now.
for 150 minutes total.
Alright. It will have already gone down because you've been traveling through here.
Yep.
Any more buffs?
Not more than we already have. Mage armor is 24 hours, so that's just on forever now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's 30 hours technically, but that's not the point. No, nothing else from me at the minute. I think Shazenka's covered the only other one I was going to do for just while we're exploring. Oh, actually, shit, there is one I am going to do, which is see invisibility, which I'll just bump in, but that's it.
Alright.
Just like stop casting magic. Let me punch someone.
Have you punched the wall?
Never.
Alright.
We'll be punching something in a minute.
As you buff yourselves in preparation for skill checks and this hotter climate underground, we will session here.
Thank you for the session.
Punch.
Just get a quick jab in.
Just
got
punch
time.
the session.
Don't punch my session, I made that.
Took me hours.
No.